Still feels like 102.
Welcome to live coverage of Republic Tigers Sports. Rich Miles with the weather report to start off the broadcast. And yeah, it does still feel like 102, but that's outside. It feels like 108 in the booth. Welcome to the 2023 season. Republic Tigers football on Republic Tigers Sports, and it is a different feeling here as we start this season than it has been since we've been doing this. There are expectations around. It is a different feeling up here in the booth, on the field, in the crowd. Things are different this year than they have been in a long time.
Yeah, just how the season ended last year with the, the Webb City game, the district game, that very unique Saturday afternoon game last year that, started off with, we've got the national anthem, so I will finish my thoughts here in a second.
You got time to finish
I
your
got
thoughts.
to finish, right. But you're right, the expectations are great, just how the season ended last year. You go into Webb City and knock off a perennial powerhouse of Webb City at their place that, it's one of their earliest endings in their season in years. And then, you go into Carthage for the district championship and play very tough against an opponent like Carthage. And it's just one of those where as soon as the season was over with last year, it just set the stage for this year.
So we are just about ready, as you mentioned, for the national anthem here. And we will watch as the color guard comes onto the field, and we'll listen in for our national anthem.
Please remain standing to honor America as the Republic High School Tiger Pride Marching Band leads us in our national anthem. Job by the Tiger Pride Band as we get set for the start of the season. And Rich, back to what we were talking about, just the different feeling up here and different look on the broadcast this year. We've added Caden Sumter down on the sideline to help us out with sideline video, and you saw some of that during the national anthem. He's down there, so we'll get occasionally a little closer look of what's going on down there, but that should help us with highlights after the game too. So should be a fun season of coverage, and this is going to be a fun team to watch.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, and I should probably turn your mic back up. And now you can go for it.
Yep.
It's the first week.
Right.
We're a little rusty.
But yeah, going back to the expectations were set, just how last year's season ended with knocking off Webb City and then playing for district championship that Republic football has not played for district championship in several years, and going to a Carthage, a team that that seems to just reload every year. It's a Carthage team that in the past 10 years they've averaged 10 wins a season, and they've played in 9 straight district title games going into last year. They have a Class 5 state championship underneath their belts in the past handful of years, another semifinal appearance. And then you've got a Republic team that hung with them week 1 last year, and then played against them in a district championship game, and like you said, just Republic ended the season 8-4. Is one of the better records they've had in several years. And
I think 2003 is what Ken Knierim mentioned earlier today. So, yeah, 20 years.
Right. So it just all around, the atmosphere is great, and it is one of those, because just like I said, November, how the season ended, the whole off season, you just kind of felt like people, the community, the school, the students, the players, they were just so looking forward to getting back to week 1 just to see, this momentum to keep going.
Well, I told a few people in the winter that it was really the first basketball season I remember that people would approach me and ask me how the football team was going to be next year. Basketball, I mean, it eats up a lot of attention in Republic, and they had good teams last year. But people still were thinking about football at the same time they were enjoying those basketball teams, and it's going to be a fun one to watch, but it doesn't start off easily here as Carthage comes to town, and as you mentioned, they've had a lot of success and will likely continue to have success this year, but hopefully that success starts next week. For now, we're going to take a break and be back with more of our Hines Street Pharmacy Retmo pregame show after this timeout on Republic Tiger Sports.
PKD Cafe, where the 417's best burritos meet friendly faces. A haven for Republic students, it's the perfect spot to fuel up and unwind after school, after practice, or anytime. Your pit stop for flavor and relaxation only at PKD Cafe. Choose locally owned Central Gas Propane for unmatched service. They go the extra mile for your needs. Call 417-725-3 centralgasmo.com to switch and save today. Whether you have a hole in your roof or you're missing a single shingle, you know who to call in Republic. It's Mike Mansker and the team at Absolute Roofing. Give them a call at 869-0444 or find them online at absoluteroofers.com.
You're always on a winning team with the Pinnaker Advantage. Top customer satisfaction, a large selection of new and pre-owned inventory, plus 20% off routine maintenance for the entire ownership of your vehicle purchased at Pinnaker Chevrolet in Republic. You can score big with the Pinnaker family-style service serving the Ozarks since 1979 with the knowledge and no hassle or gimmicks that will make your car shopping experience easy. Let our family take care of yours with a 5-star customer experience at PinnakerChevrolet.com.
Introduce your young child to Sweet Peas at Gold Medal Gyms. It's ideal for kids aged 12 months to 5 years, promoting physical, social, and cognitive growth. Learn more at goldmedalgyms.com.
Welcome back to the Hines Street Pharmacy Retmo pregame show, and getting ready for week 1 against Carthage. And before we start, we've got introductions from the Tiger seniors, and we'll play those for you now.
Daniel Phillips, Sweeney Elementary.
Zion Allen, Schofield Elementary.
Wyatt Woods, Price Elementary.
James Rexrope, Sweeney Elementary.
Michael Worthy, Springfield, Missouri.
Cannon Kroll, Hutchinson, Kansas.
Cade White, Ashgrove, Missouri.
Garrett Lester, Schofield Elementary.
Kendall Curbo, Schofield Elementary.
Cole Gimlin, Halltown, Missouri.
Braden Casey, Jay, Oklahoma.
Brady Lewis, Price Elementary.
Mason Cole, Price Elementary.
Evan Buchanan, McCall Elementary.
Ferris Risley, Schofield Elementary.
Isaac Pierce, Billings Elementary.
Corey Krigmouse, Sweeney Elementary.
Miles Lozano, Price Elementary.
Caden White, Schofield Elementary.
Mason Mitchell, Lyon Elementary.
Carter Nation, The Lyon Elementary.
Connor Luce, Lyon Elementary.
Braden Tharp, Schofield Elementary.
So it'll be good to see those seniors tell their story, the story of their senior season. And they're going to play a video here on the board shortly. And as they do that, we'll keep talking. We don't really have a good angle of the video, but we will wait for the Tigers to emerge from the tunnel when this video is over, you look at, it's hard to know where to start with this Tiger team, but Wyatt Woods is obviously one place, a starting quarterback back from last season, and he's so multidimensional, able to do so many things, get the ball in so many different players' hands that makes a big difference.
Yeah, last year, talking about that multifaceted there, as a junior, he passed for over 1,000 yards and had 15 touchdowns, and on top of that, he added 936 yards rushing, an additional 15. So he had 13 touchdowns passing and rushing, and you don't get too many high school quarterbacks who is just as good running as they are throwing it. And he has such a great target again this year too, is returning tight end James Rexroth, who had over 600 yards receiving and 9 touchdowns on the season. So look for Wyatt to hook up with James Rexroth, kind of pick up where they left off last year.
And James, of course, is committed to Memphis University and will be playing his college football there. And here come the Tigers. They are ready to go, not only the offense, but the defense. The linebackers back. Kendall Kerbo, the leading tackler last year, and alongside him, Cole Gimlin is in there, and they've got a good linebacker core. They've got Zion Allen back in the defensive backfield, and they are solid all around. They've got experience on the line. We didn't talk about that offensively, but they've got guys back on the offensive line, a group of them for the first time.
Yeah, they return on the offensive line, Carter Nation, Mason Mitchell, and Miles Lozano. So that's always good whenever you're a QB and you know that you've got some returners from a really good offensive line that's going to help block, whether it's Wyatt, having to stand in the pocket and throw it, or he's going to have to, run on maybe an option play or something like that. But yeah, you mentioned some of the defensive guys. You have Gimlin coming back. He was all COC last year. He led the team with 4 sacks and 11 tackles for a loss. And Kerbo also returning, and he finished with a team high of over 100 tackles last year. That's amazing whenever you're able to get triple digits in a season for tackles.
Yeah, I had my eye on him throughout the season last year to see if he might get to the school record, and he didn't get there. Of course, Tigers played 12 games, but there have been times when they played more than that back in the day, so that helps when you play more games. But he's got a chance, I think, at that school record, and off the top of my head, I don't remember what that number was, but he was close enough last year that I think this year he's got an opportunity to do that. Another thing to talk about is district assignments were released today, and it is a lot different look for district play coming into this season. Gone is the district gauntlet that the Tigers have had to march through, and this is more of a regular district. It's not a cakewalk, but certainly not Webb City and Carthage in the same district.
Yeah, and even before that, you had Nixa in the district too. So before that, we always had to contend with Nixa. Last year, the past couple years with Webb City and Carthage, you said they get moved into a district where they now have to play several of the Kansas City area schools. But the new district, Class 5, District 6, is going to be Branson, Springfield Central, Glendale, Lebanon, Parkview, and obviously Republic and Willard.
And, Lebanon has got a solid program. Glendale, always tough down the stretch. I've heard that Branson is improved this year and should have and you're from Branson, so you may know more about that than me, or maybe not. But I've heard that they're a much improved team. So that, like I said, not a cakewalk by any means, but certainly a manageable schedule if you take care of business and play well. And one other thing, it's a 7-team district, so that would mean only one team gets a bye in Week 10. The other 6 would play 3 games, and then they would be seeded 2, 3, and 4. And that then would go into the district semifinal round.
Yes, and obviously, all teams want to try to get that, bye week. So as you'd mentioned in the past, it had always been 1 and 2 got a bye. Now it's just going to be that 1 seed. So it makes it even tougher. You've got the top teams that are all going to be scrambling to get that, that week off there in week 10.
Captains out at midfield, Wyatt Woods, Kendall Kerbo, Carter Nation, and Caden White. Caden White is number 54, and it's great to see Caden back out there. He suffered a season-ending injury right before the season started last year, and that was tough on him, but he fought his way back, and he's out there as a captain during week 1, and that's good to see. So it's a group that has played together for a long time. They've had success together for a long time, and they will try to put the icing on the cake as seniors here in 2023. We're going to take one more quick break and be back with more after this on the High Street Pharmacy Retro pregame show after this timeout on Republic Tiger Sports. State Farm Insurance is there anytime, anywhere you need it with helpful advice and award-winning service. In Republic, call Chris Yoakum at 732-1463 or go online at chrisyoakum.com and get to a better state. Heinz Street Pharmacy delivers prescriptions right to your door, and they can often save you money compared to what you're paying at the big box pharmacies. And their drive-up window can help you avoid long lines on your way home from work, too. Heinz Street Pharmacy. Experience the hometown difference. Exciting things are coming soon to Republic Animal Hospital, a second veterinarian, a larger space, and pet urgent care. Medical, dental, surgical, and more on the way. Visit them at 574 East Harrison. Call 732-6800 or check republicanimalhospital.com. Any day is a great day to send flowers. Heaven Sent Flowers and Gifts has been your local florist in Republic since 1987, offering free local delivery. Call them at 732-1334 or go online to heavenssentflowers.com.
Recently, Cox Health Springfield Hospitals achieved Magnet designation in nursing, an accomplishment that only 9% of hospitals in the nation share. This honor is huge for us and for you, because meeting 94 standards of excellence is a bar as high as it gets in nursing. Nurses who do more so you can feel better. Cox Health. It's the right thing.
Tigers will kick it off, and it will be Mason Cole to boot it from the 40-yard line. And it's a line drive, kind of a wobbly kick that bounces down inside the 10, and then at the sideline, it's fielded, and stepping out of bounds is the return man.
That's an interesting decision right there. If he would have just let that go, that ball would have gone out of bounds, and that would have been a penalty, and he catches it, and his momentum carries him out of bounds. So that's not a very good decision for Carthage to start the game. It pins them back deep. They're going to get the ball on their own 8-yard line. So this is where the defense could capitalize. Pin a team deep in their own end zone to start the game.
So from the 8-yard line, the quarterback is Brady Carlton. Out of the shotgun, and he gives it to the second man through, a handoff, and nowhere to go as the handoff went to Landon Collins, the running back, a 5'11", 205-pound junior, and he was snowed under quickly. I didn't see who made the stop on that.
Yeah, it was
Keegan Hunt.
Right. Hunt got the credit. D-line just kind of piled up there. That was kind of like a tackle by committee. Our D-line did a great job there of just stonewalling Carthage's O-line. They had nowhere to go.
So it's 2nd down and 9. He got a yard out of it. Carlton sends a man in motion and keeps it. Again, not much running room, and he is hit and stopped. Helmet comes off. It's a Carthage player, and that is Carlton, who lost his helmet, so he's got to come off. And on 3rd down and 7, they've got to run another quarterback out there. Keegan Hunt with his second tackle in a row.
Carthage just did a read option there, and quarterback literally really didn't have anything. I think kind of no matter what he did, whether he decided to hand it off or keep it himself, it was going to result in very little yardage for them.
Blake Wicklund ran the play in, and he's the quarterback. On a big 3rd and 7, and there's a whistle, and lucky for Carthage there was a whistle because it went through Wicklund's hands.
Yeah, there was a penalty flag. I don't know if it was.
May have been a timeout.
Yeah, okay. That makes sense. And that makes sense in a lot of ways because Carthage, I was wondering why they were going to run a play deep in their own territory, facing 3rd and long on the first drive of the game, and they decided not to do it with a second quarterback out there. So,
yeah.
No, it was not a timeout.
It was delay a game. I thought that was going to be the call, but I thought maybe that a timeout was called before the snap, but there was a little bit of confusion. Carthage coach was out there talking to the referees. The referees were kind of talking to themselves too, so I don't know if maybe he tried to call a timeout and he just didn't get the timeout called before the snap, and you know the play clock had already gone down to 0.
Yeah, so the worst thing that could happen, they get the penalty and they burn the timeout. Not a good start for Carthage, and the Tigers will try to take advantage. We're going to take a quick break and be back with more after this on Republic Tiger Sports. Here's a touchdown for your family budget. Combine your home and auto insurance and save money with State Farm agent Sarah Rader. Find her online at sarahrader.com.
This is Vanessa at Beauty and Wellness Co. At Beauty and Wellness, we are all about Retmo Spirit, and we're also about helping you optimize your internal wellness and enhance your external beauty. Whether you're looking to age gracefully or just looking for a boost of energy to help you refuel and recover, we are the place to go. Visit our spa at Highway 174 and Main Street. You can also find us on Facebook and Instagram at Beauty Plus Wellness CO or call us at 417-590-8200. Have a beautiful day.
12 coming up for Carthage, and a big stand here for the defense. They'll try to get some pressure on Carlton, who's back out there after the timeout. No, Carlton's not back out there after the timeout. And it's a draw, and the quarterback is hit, bounces off one man, and then is hit behind the line of scrimmage. And that was Logan Hunt, who came in and made the tackle, and the Tigers send Carthage backwards on the first drive of the season. And, well, this is a fine start to the season, gentlemen.
Yeah, and Hunt, we've already called his name a couple times here, so he's pretty much just kind of made Carthage know his name early.
Yeah, and there's called Keegan Hunt twice and Logan Hunt once. So yeah, it's three of the tackles
were Hunt.
Yeah.
And he's having to punt almost from the back of the end zone.
Punter is Carson Murray, and Davis and Lester are back, and it sends them way back, and then a big high bounce. It's going to bounce backwards, take a Republic bounce, and it's down at the Republic 43. So, Republic stops Carthage, and now they will get the ball for the first time this season. And what a statement by the defense. And keep in mind, the one part of Carthage's team that they have back is the offensive line. And Republic manhandled the offensive line, the line early. So, great statement by the Tigers. Wyatt Woods is under center. And he gives it up the middle to David Hayes.
David Hayes, the ball carrier.
Yeah, who's it? Ralston, number 11 for Carthage, made the tackle, and I think that if he wouldn't have made the tackle, he would have kept running there. There was kind of one Carthage player that came up to make the tackle. Other than that, there was a giant hole there.
So big gain for Hayes, a gain of 7 on first down, and the Tigers have it at midfield. And they give it to Phillips on the end around, and he tucks it in, bounces off a man, and struggles forward, gets maybe a yard before he is driven back. Daniel Phillips quick, not big, and he bounced off a man the first time he was hit, but wasn't able to keep going after that.
Carthage defense was the preseason kind of point of conversation for the team. Last year's Carthage defense, every single starter was a senior, so they are literally replacing every single person on the defensive side.
Third down and a long 2, and they give it to Cade White, who bowls a man over and takes it forward.
There was a flag that came in, and it looks like it's going to be holding against Republic.
So White had the first down, but it'll be stepped off back and go against Republic. And Carthage gets a break that time.
Not sure who. I didn't see any blatant holding there. But anyways, going back to the Carthage defense, we talk about this is a brand new personnel for the Carthage defense. They were so strong on the defensive side. It was a group that had played together sophomore, junior, and last year's all seniors. So you've got a brand new set of guys that don't have a lot of Friday night experience on the Carthage side.
Third down and a little over 10. Woods is under pressure. Flushed out of the pocket, throws on the run. He had a man and overthrew him, and that was Cade White, who turned to his right. The ball was over his left shoulder. He turned to his left, and the ball was over his right shoulder, I guess. And that is fourth down, and the Tigers will have to punt it away.
And I know it wasn't for a completion, but right there again, we get to see the arm of Wyatt Wood throwing on the run. That was something that we talked about he improved on as the season went on, was the fact that Wyatt was able to pass it on the run.
And they are lined up, but I think they are going to have him drop back and punt. Took a step back, and he is going to kind of pooch kick it. And there's not really anybody back there. He kicked it to the sideline, and it's going to pin him. Pins him back inside the 10 again, and the field position game is being won by Republic so far. Out of bounds at the 7-yard line, and Carthage will have 93 yards to go when they start the next drive. We're going to take a break. There's a water break on the field, and we'll be back with more after this timeout on Republic Tiger Sports.
Elliott Robinson and Company, LLP, Certified Public Accountants, is Republic's local full-service accounting firm, serving as your trusted business advisors. And they're making possible our By the Numbers feature, where we look at stats that catch our eye on the Republic sports scene. Elliott Robinson and Company, conveniently located in the Wildwood Plaza across from Pinnaker Chevrolet, or find them online at ercpa.com.
Okay, welcome back. Carthage got pinned deep on their side of the field again. They started off in the opening kickoff going out of bounds about the 8-yard line, and now they're pinned down on their own 7-yard line when Wyatt punted the ball, and Carthage didn't put anybody back there to return it, and it was a great end-over-end kick. So Carthage gets the ball 1st and 10 on their own 6. Just a little read option, and Carthage is able to get the ball out to about the 15-yard line. About 8 yards on the play. It's a play that Carthage is kind of known for. A lot of times they like to use the jet sweep or read option. That's something that the Carthage coaching staff has pretty much established in Carthage offense for so many years. So Carthage is going to have the best field position they've had so far early in this game, about 2nd and 2.5. Then Carthage is in the shotgun, put a guy in motion, and again, a little trickery in the backfield. fake it to the guy that's in the jet sweep and then hand it off to the tailback or H-back that's in the backfield. And that's something, again, that Carthage has established for so many years. And when you're a linebacker, that's something that is so difficult to have to read so quickly is where's the ball going? And obviously the quarterback at the last second, he's either giving it or he's pulling it or sometimes keeping it himself.
So that's the first down of the game for either team with 6:50 left to go in the first quarter. And Carlton's going to take it himself, and he's hitting the backfield. And who was it that got in there and got it? That was Kendall Curbo. A flag comes in late. A Curbo, and that's a penalty.
I didn't see the referee.
I saw a point, but
motion. Okay, holding. So far, both teams have been called for holding.
Moves the ball back to the 9-yard line.
And that makes it 1st and 20 now for Carthage.
And puts Carthage again back just inside their own 10-yard line. So starting off in this game, Carthage has had horrible field position.
Slowly up to the line. 6:24 left to go in the quarter. And Carlton with a draw comes up, and he bounces off a couple of tacklers, and now he's got running room. Stumbles over his own feet into the secondary, all the way out to the 40 before finally being brought down by Garrett Lester.
And that's one of those things that you teach all the way down into the lower levels grades is proper tackling. Arm tackles are not going to cut it against an athlete, especially a quarterback that of this caliber here, that you can't just put an arm out there, especially with the heat. You get a lot of sweaty jerseys out there, and an arm's going to slide off very easily. So it's one of those evenings where you're going to have to do your best at form tackling and taking the player down the way you're taught.
So 1st and 10 for Carthage. That's a couple of first downs on this drive, and the pitch cut back and good yardage on the run by Landon Collins. Pickup of about 6, and Carthage is on the move out near midfield.
So far, Carthage really hasn't repeated too many plays. They've gone with the jet sweep, read option. There's been a QB sneak in there. They've passed the ball at least once. So Carthage kind of throwing a mixed bag early in this game.
Four down linemen for the Tigers defensively. Man goes in motion, and they fake the jet sweep. Carlton keeps it, and that time he is wrapped up and dropped. And I believe that was Brady Pendleton that got it.
Short of the first down.
No, might have been Logan Hunt.
Logan Hunt, number 65.
65, not 66.
That time I think there was some confusion between the running back and the quarterback for Carthage. They kind of ran into each other, and I think the QB, once he realized that the running back wasn't prepared to go where he was supposed to go, I think he was forced to keep the ball.
Looked like somebody moved early, too.
Yeah, I think you're right. Well, it's the first week for everybody, including the officials. Big third down here, 3rd down and 2. And Carlton will keep it out of the shotgun, fights his way forward, and I think he got it. He did, across midfield, down to the 49-yard line of Republic. And they will move the chains, and Carthage gets a fresh set of downs.
So far, Carlton, the Carthage QB, is kind of calling his own number several times here. He might be the quarterback, a little bit different. Carthage, at times has had so many receivers to throw to, and tonight they've been more run happy, so this might be a little bit different sight that we're used to seeing in Carthage.
Another man in motion. This time it is the jet sweep, and he's free around the edge. And big running room down inside the 30 to the 25-yard line on the sweep. And that run was by Jackson Hedinger. Brady Lewis came up and made the tackle. Brady out there on the football field after being an all-state swimmer. And now he's turned in the swim cap for a football jersey. And so that's his first tackle, first varsity tackle.
To try to defend against that play there when you got a jet sweep coming, your defensive ends and your outside linebackers have got to do their best of not getting hooked inside.
Man in motion again. This time they fake the sweep, and Carlton gets away from a couple of men again, still on his feet. And finally, a couple of guys dragged him down.
Brady Carlton, gain of 5 on first down.
I think the first hit was Zion Allen.
Second down and 5. Zion Allen.
Yeah, Carlton for Carthage. Several times at the last second, he tries to spin out of a tackle, and he's been successful more times than not. It's going to be something that the defensive coaches will probably talk about, is not getting faked out or not allowing the ball carrier to spin out of the tackle.
And hit in the backfield that time. Good penetration by the defense. Ryan Arthur, the first one there to make the hit.
That was a tackle for a loss there, so it's going to bring up 3rd and 7. Carthage just slowly working themselves down. This started just inside their own 10-yard line.
That was maybe an important stop to get a loss of yardage there. Slow down the momentum, and there's a bad snap over Carlton's head. He picks it up, scrambles away, and he's finally brought down all the way back at the 42-yard line. A host of Tiger tacklers were back there to take him down, and that was a costly mistake for Carthage. And it brings up 4th down and a long way to go.
Yeah, Carthage was knocking on the door of being in the red zone there. And again, is that week one mistakes that you see, or is that maybe sweaty hands because it's so hot out tonight? Could be a combination of both. Who knows? And it looks like timeout.
So it's 4th down and 25, and a timeout called by Republic to make sure they're all on the same page, just in case Carthage decides to go for it from this spot on the field. Wyatt Woods, when the Tigers get the ball back, will be out on the field at quarterback, and his sister Gracie Woods just hit a grand slam for the Lady Tigers to put Republic on top 4-0 at the tournament in Morrisville. That schedule was all moved around because of the heat as well, and so they're playing now. If it's a big tournament, so there's a lot of games, and they're cramming them all in like after 5 or 6 p.m., and they've added a field, but I looked at the new schedule. The championship game is scheduled to begin, and you know how schedules are in tournaments. So it's probably going to be worse. It's scheduled to begin at 10:30 tomorrow night, the championship game, if they get there. So could be a fun memory for the Lady Tigers if they can win out, and they're off to a good start behind the grand slam by Gracie Woods as they lead Hartville now 4-0. Little pooch kick. It bounces twice and too close for comfort as Tigers decide to let it roll. That was Ryder Davis who decided not to pick it up and risk a fumble. And so the Tigers will take over with their own bad field position from the 9-yard line. It's a busy weekend for the Tigers and Lady Tigers. Football opener tonight. Softball team playing at Morrisville. Soccer team opens tomorrow against Waynesville. That was supposed to be today. We got pushed to 9:30 in the morning. And the tennis team, the girls, opened today at the Kickapoo Invitational. They started early. They started at 7:30 and basically never did get results, but they just played until it was too hot to play anymore. And that is a keeper by Woods. Gained about 4 as he picked his way forward.
Woods on the carry.
Yep, White kept it. loudest blockers to kind of block in there for him. The fullback, O-line did a good job. It's always good that, your very first play with the QB sneak, you're able to pick up 4 yards.
Yep.
And as an offensive coach, if you can average 3 to 4 yards every single play, that's kind of what you want in the running game. If you can average 3 to 4 yards, you're statistically, you're going to get a first down.
So it's 2nd down and 6, and let's see if they can do it again. Woods is going to keep it around the edge, and he thought about pitching it, decided not to, picked up a couple of yards.
That's going to bring up 3rd and short. About 3rd and 4 or 3rd and long and 3. And I think maybe another timeout. Don't know if it's water break or if Coach Cornelison called the timeout. Oh, nope, it's the end of the first quarter.
That snuck up on us.
Yeah.
End of 1, no score. Tigers have the ball when we return. Back with more after this on Republic Tiger Sports.
Destiny Church is a proud supporter of Republic Tiger Sports. Join us on Sunday mornings at 8:30 a.m. or 10:30 a.m. at 526 East Harrison in Republic, right behind McAllister's Deli. We also offer youth service for students 6th through 12th grades on Wednesday evenings with doors opening at 5 p.m. You can find us on Facebook, Instagram, or online at destinychurch.me.
When you need a plumber, you usually need one fast, but you also want one who'll do the job right. In Republic, that's Far Better Plumbing. Whether it's residential, commercial, or you need excavation, call Far Better and let them take away the stress of your plumbing problem. Call them at 864-8703 or find them online at farbetterplumbing.com. Get your Rocco's Pizza hot and ready for to-go orders at roccositaliankitchen.net or pick up a slice at the game because Rocco's is a proud supporter of Republic Athletics and the Booster Club's concession stands. Rocco's, pizza, pasta, perfection, and Tiger Spirit.
Welcome back. Start of the second quarter. 3rd down and 3 for Republic from their own 16-yard line. No score against Carthage. Tigers looking for their first ever win over Carthage. They got their first ever win over Webb City at the end of last year. And they give it up the middle to the fullback Kroll, and he is cut down right around the first down marker, and it's going to depend on the spot.
I think he got it. Yeah.
Yep, he did. I wasn't sure if they were going to say his knee hit on his way down.
It's barely, the nose of that football is barely touching the 20-yard line, and that's where the first down marker was at.
So 1st and 10, and Woods in the shotgun sends Phillips in motion and hands it to him on the sweep. He's got run, and he is upended outside the 25-yard line, around the 27, maybe the 28. Good game for Daniel Phillips on 1st down.
Yeah, he got some speed there. As soon as he got around the corner, I thought he was going to be gone. There was one Carthage player to beat, but it's 0-0 going into the second quarter. That's pretty amazing due to the fact that these two teams, offensively can score points on each other. And last year's score, week 1 versus Carthage, was 56-26, and this game so far is 0-0.
2nd down and 2 after the big gain on 1st down. Phillips in motion again. This time they give it up the middle to Cade White, who pushes his way ahead, and he's near the first down marker and may have it. Yeah, they're going to move the chains on again. A second first down in quick succession as Cade White took it. White's an interesting story. He was playing defense last year. He was a quarterback at the JV level as a sophomore. They moved him to defense where they needed him more last year, but Ryan Cornelison said he always thought that Cade was good. When he had the ball in his hands, he was effective, and so they had it in the back of their minds. They'd move him, and they did, and that's where he is to start his senior season. And, of course, he is committed to play baseball as a pitcher at the University of Central Arkansas. Woods is going deep. Rexroth is back, and he's double-teamed, and it went through his hand. Perfect throw from Wyatt Woods, but James Rexroth just couldn't hold on with double coverage.
Several things on that play that stick out. Number one, Wyatt had so much time back there to scan the field. So awesome for the O-line there for having a great pocket that Wyatt was never even rushed. Number two, that ball was spot on.
Yes.
That throw was a great throw. And the third thing there is Rexroth commands so much respect. He was double-teamed and still almost made the catch.
Yeah, and that's part of why they probably had so much time to throw. You got to double-team him. On the option, they pitch it to Phillips. He zigzags out past the 30 and takes it out to the 35 before stepping out of bounds. Great second effort by Daniel Phillips on that run.
Yeah, that was outstanding because I thought he was going to get tackled for no gain, and he shed the first tackle and kind of juked and was able to go from possibly 0 yards to getting 5 yards.
So 3rd and 5 coming up for Republic out to the 35-yard line. Both defenses have been solid.
Yeah, I kind of, expected the offenses to be the kind of shining point tonight, and so far, defensive-minded here has been the word of the game.
For 11 new starters, Carthage's defense has held up pretty well. Woods is going to throw, and he's going to go up top again, and he overthrew Rexroth. That time, Rexroth had a step, and he was only single covered, but he couldn't get down there in time to make the grab. And so it's 4th down and 5. Let's see what the Tigers do here. I would guess they would kick it away, but I don't know for sure that they'll kick it away.
They're showing offense, but it might be where Wyatt kicks it again. Who knows?
Woods is in the shotgun. He hasn't backed up yet. Now they are looking over to the sideline, and let's see. A lot of times they call a timeout out of that, but they didn't this time. He sure looks like he's going to throw, and he is rolling out, and he fires it to Rexroth. That's complete, and there are those good hands of James Rexroth. He just put it in his belly, and Rexroth pulled it in for a 1st down.
Yeah, that was a great job. Wyatt rolled out to his right. Rexroth did an out route, and he just kind of mirrors his quarterback. As you tell sometimes your receiver is, you just mirror your QB, and he's going to find you. And what I love there is, that's 4th down. Everything was like 4th and 5. And Coach went out there, and he took a gamble, and it paid off, which is great.
The first 2 passes they'd thrown on that drive had been long upfield. That one a little quick hit. And I would imagine that Rexroth is going to be hard to stop if they run those kinds of routes to him. Cade White takes it, hits the hole, gains a couple of yards before being brought down. Ryan Cornelson talking to Cade White about running vertically upfield, putting the shoulders down. That's what Connor Sandridge was so good at. You didn't string him out. He just ran you over or got run over, one or the other, but he wasn't trying to juke you very often.
No, and that's something that obviously we'll miss is Connor, just lowering that shoulder and bringing the boom. And we got a different set of backs out there, some guys that are a little bit more, run savvy. They'll try to juke some guys out of the position.
2nd down, and we've got a penalty flag. And the illegal procedure as the Tigers started early. So that'll move it back 5 yards.
I honestly can say I didn't see anybody move early, but
I didn't either. Maybe it was one of those sort of resetting the hand, or you can't necessarily see from up here very well.
But you have Daniel Phillips and Rexroth coming in to the offensive huddle.
2nd down and 13. They've already shown they're going to go for it on 4th down from this area on the field if they think they can make it. So this is, you don't have to get it all back right here on 2nd and 13. Woods is under center, and he turns, and he didn't hand it off. He's going to throw it deep downfield, and it is incomplete. A diving effort by Rexroth, but he couldn't quite haul it in. And they are really trying to get it to Rexroth, and it's just they haven't been able to connect on the long ones. A couple of times, slightly overthrown. Once, Rexroth probably could have caught it, but it was good coverage and double coverage all the way down the field. So it's almost there, but they haven't been able to connect on a long one yet.
And that was play action, and half of Carthage defense came flying up thinking it was a run play. So White did a good job on selling the run.
3rd and 13 out of the shotgun. Over here on the near side is Cannon Ellison. And nowhere to go on the run as Cade White is hit and dropped. Loses a yard, and it brings up 4th down and 14 now for Republic. They would have to get to the 45-yard line. Michael Worthy is going to check in. So is Rexroth. So those two receivers are not really an indication that they're going to punt, although could be the plan. Now Woods takes a step back, and it looks like he's going to pooch kick it. He is. He barely got it off. And a high kick taken at the 25-yard line. One missed tackle. And a good run back. And this is trouble. Woods gets in and makes the tackle at the 45-yard line. So Wyatt Woods came in and made the stop.
Yeah, with that run back, I mean, holy cow, he almost ran it back to where the line of scrimmage was, and man, and I could see Wyatt coming in for the tackle, and there was a lot of things in my mind there is you never want to see your QB going for the tackle because obviously you don't want your QB hurt.
Yep. Well, you've got a water break, and so we will take a break as well. Still no score with 7:28 left to go in the second quarter. Back with more after this on Republic Tiger Sports.
For nearly 50 years, Southern Sun Electric has been helping to build Republic and the Ozarks. For dependable commercial and industrial construction and service, choose Southern Sun Electric, a longtime supporter of Republic students. Find them online at southernsunelectric.com. Experience matters in real estate. With Lori and Elizabeth, you get specialists in residential, land, lake, and commercial sales from Springfield to Joplin to the lake. Your ultimate connection to lenders, marketers, and contractors. Visit loriandelizabeth.reesnichols.com, your seasoned real estate teammates.
Carthage with the ball after the long punt return, trying to get on the board for the first time. No score midway through the second quarter. A man is in motion. Carlton's going to keep it, go to the left. Now he pitches it. It's bobbled and not picked up yet. And it was loose for a long time, but finally Carthage got it back. And I think that was
Republic's got it.
Who came up with it?
71.
Keegan Hunt. Keegan Hunt with the recovery.
That's one of the things, the option play, every time you pitch it out there, there's it doesn't make any difference how good your QB and your running back is, there's always that probability that it's just a bobbled pitch. And as you know, the football, just the way it's shaped, when it hits the ground, no telling where it's going to go. So this puts Republic right back in the middle of the field.
Just short of midfield, they give the ball to Cannon Kroll, who ran through a hole and gained about 6 yards on first down. The Carthage coaches are unhappy about something over there. I don't know if they thought they saw movement or what that was.
Gain of 6 on the play, 2nd down and 4.
So Rexroth comes back in to the huddle. Definitely a manageable 2nd and 4.
From the 48-yard line, Republic. They hand it off, and that may be a first down for David Hayes.
He's going to be just short. And we're talking about inches here, so it's going to be 3rd and inches.
A half a yard short of the first down.
And it's one of those where you call up Kanan Kroll. Just do a real quick give and let Kroll kind of push his legs there behind the great offensive line.
Third and inches.
They need to hurry up and snap the ball. The play clock's down to 4 seconds.
They are taking their time. 1 second, and they barely got it off, and they got the first down.
Yeah, that was awfully close. That was one of those where it could have gone either way. But anyway, brings up a huge first down. Offensive stays out in the field, and we're now underneath 6 minutes here in the second quarter. 0-0. Going into tonight, wasn't expecting this to be a defensive battle. Expecting both teams to at least put up some points up here.
5.5 minutes left in the second quarter.
Yeah, they got 4 seconds on the play clock. They may not get this off. Yeah, coach had to call a timeout. They weren't even up on the line of scrimmage, and it was down to 1 second.
So second timeout taken by the Tigers in this half. They will talk things over. We'll keep it right here with 5:22 left to go in the half. And we talk all the time about how first week of the season you get some discombobulation and teams not necessarily in sync, and we've seen a little bit of that, but for the most part I think this has been a fairly clean game between just not as much scoring as maybe we would have expected.
You're right, very clean. Nothing's too sloppy. Yeah, you've had a couple of bad snaps. Carthage had the one bad snap where the ball went through the hands of the QB and then the fumble on the pitch on an option. But like you said, not too many kind of week one little mistakes that you're kind of used to seeing. Both teams seem to be obviously well coached, ready to go, prepared. Everybody out there seems to be handling the heat and the humidity too. Usually whenever week one, week two, sometimes you get the cramps that kind of enables the trainer to come out there, stops play, but both teams are out there doing great.
Well, the 8 o'clock start made a huge difference. I mean, that sun went down and it really cooled off. And Wyatt Woods is going to keep it, steps to the outside, gets around the edge and takes it out past the 30, and there's a late hit as he is knocked down after he had crossed the sideline. He gets up, he's okay, and that's going to be a first down for the Tigers. A big play by Wyatt Woods.
Oh yeah, Wyatt had almost 2 steps out of bounds, and he got hit by a Carthage defender that just his momentum took him in, and that late hit's always going to happen, especially when it's the QB that's out there running, and they try to protect all players, but usually QBs are kind of protected a little bit more, especially when they're out there running in space, and that's going to move the ball way down the field. Going to put it in the red zone, so offense is going to be out to the 15-yard line.
Our first red zone report of the year, sponsored by State Farm agent Sarah Rader. The Tigers are perfect in the red zone this year. This is the first time they've gotten there, so let's see if they can keep that record alive as they have moved the ball down inside the 20.
Rexroth is down here, single coverage.
Yep, near side of the field. They give it to Kroll, who made a man miss. Slipped through a couple of tacklers and took it down inside the 10 to about the 7. Cannon Kroll.
Kroll doing a great job. He's followed his offensive line, so we definitely got to give some credit there to the left side of the O-line able to get a great push on this Carthage defense.
Second and 3, and they are inside the 10 at the 8. This is the kind of offense that does well in the red zone, but they dropped the ball, and they missed the snap, and they turned it over. Well, right as it was coming out of my mouth, the ball went down on the turf, and there's a turnover by the Tigers. That's something we didn't really see a lot of last year. Just unforced mistakes on the exchange, and they lose an opportunity there. So they moved the ball, took advantage down to that point, but Carthage gets the turnover.
The referee is calling a timeout. So that may be a water timeout.
Didn't we just have a water timeout?
Officials timeout, water break.
It is a water break. So, disappointment for Republic with 4.5 minutes left in the second quarter. They were knocking on the door, and Carthage knocked it down in the wrong direction. Took the ball back, and now Carthage will try to drive the other way. So we'll take a break and be back with more after this on Republic Tiger Sports.
Choose locally owned Central Gas Propane for unmatched service. They go the extra mile for your needs. Call 417-725-3833 or visit centralgasmo.com to switch and save today. PKD Cafe, where the 417's best burritos meet friendly faces. A haven for Republic students, it's the perfect spot to fuel up and unwind after school, after practice, or anytime. Your pit stop for flavor and relaxation only at PKD Cafe.
Carthage will take over here inside their own 10. Boy, they have had lousy field position tonight. And they've got lousy field position again. They fought their way out of it once, but weren't able to put any points on the board, and they will have time to drive down. And they give it around the left side, and a lot of running room out there for Landon Collins as they sealed off the edge, and Collins took it out past the first down marker.
Good open field tackle by Tigers.
And for several years, Carthage, one of the better things they've done on offense when it comes to the running game is they like to stretch out a defense. They like to do the jet sweep or something where they can get a running back to the edge as quick as possible. And their O-line do a good job of trying to seal off the opponent's defensive end or outside linebackers, and that's something that our defense is going to have to do a little bit better at, is not allowing themselves to get hooked inside.
Garrett Lester made that last tackle. Now they dropped the ball and picked it back up, but it slowed them down enough that it allowed the defense to come in there, and that was Brady Lewis who came in and made the hit.
Yeah, we've seen several times where both sides, the ball carriers, just having a hard time holding on to the ball.
Yeah,
so
you mentioned the sweaty hands.
Don't know if the humidity has to do with anything or week one, mistakes.
Brady Lewis's first tackle for a loss as he just joined the football Tigers from the swim team. And that makes it 2nd down and 12 for Carthage. Carlton's in the shotgun, and he's going to throw this time, and he does. Lobs it out, and it's dropped. Intended for a wide open Langston Morgan, and Morgan just dropped it. I don't know if he heard footsteps.
I don't know. That was interesting. I thought he caught it, hit him right in the hands, and he just literally just dropped the ball. So great for the Republic defense. Carthage again, in a bad spot here. It seems like they've been in 2nd and long, 3rd and long, 4th and long several times. The Republic defense doing a great job of making Carthage be, uncomfortable and having to play most of the time on their own side of the field.
From the 20-yard line, 3rd down and 12.
3rd and 12, and if the Tigers can get a stop here, they've got time to go down and score, even with a good punt. But they've got to get the stop first. It's a keeper for Carlton. Dodged one man, threw it upfield, and he's got him open. One defender fell down, and now it may go for a touchdown. One man to try to catch him, and it is going to be a tackle inside the 10, as it was Cam Allen who came up and made the tackle from behind.
Yeah, and Carthage QB got hit as he was throwing, I thought that was going to make the ball go off target there, because just as he was throwing, he was being taken down to the ground.
From the Republic 10, gain of 70 on the pass play.
Boy, that hurts, a 70-yard gain.
Right. That besides that punt return, that's about the only thing Carthage really has had going for him is that play there.
So now they are on the 10-yard line. I don't know if they are actually on the 10, and it's first and goal. I think they are.
Yeah,
ball looks like it's over the edge there.
They put the markers down. The chain game put their markers down, so that signifies that it is going to be first and goal. The referees are calling another timeout.
Officials timeout.
If this is another water break, guys might be waterlogged. I don't know. Something's going on. Referees are talking to the Carthage coaching staff.
You know, maybe like the heat index, maybe the frequency of the water breaks. I don't know the specific rule, but maybe the frequency of the water breaks is tied to the like the heat index or something, and it's a little higher than usual.
I think maybe one of the officials may be struggling a little bit.
That could be too.
But obviously, with the extreme heat, the heat wave that's been going on, better be safe than sorry. Got to make sure everybody takes a breather, cool down, take a moment, get some water in them.
I think it's going to be like a frigid 90 degrees next week if we're lucky. Out of the shotgun. Carlton takes it, hands it off, and up the middle. A lot of running room down inside the 5 for Landon Collins. Collins had a huge hole up the middle, and that time that offensive line of Carthage did what it did for Luke Gall last year, and that was open up a big hole. And Collins, that was an easy run for him.
Yeah, he just ran right up the middle. Carthage O-line was able to kind of push our D-line around there, and the linebackers got all caught up in the mix there. When you're a linebacker, one of the things you don't want to happen is to have the D lineman that's in front of you get pushed back into your own face.
Yep. Evan Buchanan made the stop on that last play. And now Carlton is going to keep it behind Collins, and he takes it to the 1, and is he going to get in? No, I think they stopped him. Well, I thought for sure he was in. And a second push from the defense held him short. And it brings up third down and goal.
Yeah, that ball literally cannot get any closer to the end zone without being considered a touchdown there. Carthage that time had a pulling backside lineman. I think it was either the right guard or the right tackle pulled around to the left side for some extra blocking. And with that extra pulling lineman, I thought the ball carrier got in.
They are right on the goal line. And they direct snap it to Collins.
I don't think he got in.
No, he looked like he stopped.
You're right. It looked like he stopped. If he would have just stuck his hand forward with the football, it had to have broken the plane. That was weird. The QB kept it, and
well, they direct snapped it to Collins.
Is that who it was?
Yep.
It looked like he was just anticipating getting hit and pulled up short, thinking he was already across or that his momentum would carry him in. And now a chance for Republic to get the stop. How big would that be?
Oh, that would be huge. Obviously, it keeps from points being scored, because literally right now you're at 30 seconds for the halftime.
Under a minute, yeah, 30 seconds left, and Carthage wants to talk things over. Maybe they'll punt. 30 seconds left. Let's just keep it right here, guys. And I don't know. I mean, they tried the direct snap, which you would think would be the obvious play there. Maybe they give it now just on a. They've been out of the shotgun pretty much all night. I don't think they've gone under center, but to me, get under center and just force your way in.
And
they may not have that play in their playbook.
Maybe.
I don't know. I as a coach, I might hesitate to hand it off to a running back who doesn't try to dive into the end zone there. That was weird that he just kind of stopped. He just kind of gave up.
Yeah, that thought crossed my mind too. I don't think I go back to him at this point.
Fourth down and goal inside the Tiger 1.
Yep, they are.
Yep, he's back there for the direct snap. And they got penetration, but I think he got in. Yep. He bounced off the guy who hit him first, and Carthage is on the board with 27 seconds left. What a turnaround. The Tigers turned it over inside the 10 at the other end, and then Carthage
on a big play. It wasn't like they just marched it down the field and had, kind of pushed around our defense. It was one big pass play that got him there inside, right at the 10-yard line.
So 6-0. And Luis Fuentes, the kicker, out there for Carthage. It is up and good. And Carthage takes a 7-0 lead with 27 seconds left in the first half. We'll take a break and be back with more after this timeout. You're watching Tiger football on Republic Tiger Sports.
Whether you have a hole in your roof or you're missing a single shingle, you know who to call in Republic. It's Mike Mansker and the team at Absolute Roofing. Give them a call at 869-0444 or find them online at absoluteroofers.com.
You're always on a winning team with the Pinnaker Advantage. Top customer satisfaction, a large selection of new and pre-owned inventory, plus 20% off routine maintenance for the entire ownership of your vehicle purchased at Pinnaker Chevrolet in Republic. You can score big with the Pinnaker family-style service serving the Ozarks since 1979 with the knowledge and no hassle or gimmicks that will make your car shopping experience easy. Let our family take care of yours with a 5-star customer experience at PinnakerChevrolet.com.
Welcome back. Fuentes will kick it off for Carthage. 3 men deep for Republic. Garrett Lester is in the middle. Mason Fleetwood is on the near side, and Daniel Phillips on the far side. How about a run back for a touchdown for the Tigers? That would be nice.
All right, David Brazil is calling it.
We were talking during the break at how quickly we go from just being thrilled to be in the game with Carthage at halftime. Last year we would have been. And they pooch it straight up. And they step out of bounds. It was fielded by, who is that? Owen George fielded it. And so they have 26 seconds. Anyway, back to the thought. Last year at this time we would have been so happy to be down 7-0 to Carthage. Now, really disappointed that we kind of already gotten spoiled. I've already gotten spoiled. Doesn't take much for me to get spoiled, I guess. But let's see if Republic can answer.
But here's the deal. Do you try to do some big shots down the field?
Yeah, I do. And they do too, and it is overthrown, intended for Zion Allen. So Allen primarily a defender, but Ryan Cornelson, in talking in the last couple of weeks, had said he would be out there offensively occasionally, but Woods couldn't connect with him.
What you don't want to do here is to go 3 and out really quickly, and then you give Carthage the ball back with just, a handful of seconds right before halftime.
Yeah, I would say you maybe take one more shot to midfield here. Now they're going to run it. And I think they're going to be done. That was a handoff to David Hayes. Nowhere to go. And 10 seconds left. The clock is ticking, and I believe that is going to end the first half.
Yeah, no one's going in, and Coach is handing his headset off, so looks like they're done.
So a late score by Carthage. Landon Collins. And Carthage leads it 7-0 at halftime as the teams go to the locker room. We're going to take a break and be back with the Gold Medal Gyms halftime show after this timeout on Republic Tiger Sports.
Not only does Gold Medal Gyms now offer Sweet Peas, educational gymnastics for preschoolers, they also offer recreational and competitive gymnastics and cheerleading for kids up to 18 years old. Learn more at goldmedalgyms.com. State Farm Insurance is there anytime, anywhere you need it with helpful advice and award-winning service. In Republic, call Chris Yoakum at 732-1463 or go online at chrisyoakum.com and get to a better state. Heinz Street Pharmacy delivers prescriptions right to your door, and they can often save you money compared to what you're paying at the big box pharmacies. And their drive-up window can help you avoid long lines on your way home from work, too. Heinz Street Pharmacy. Experience the hometown difference. Exciting things are coming soon to Republic Animal Hospital, a second veterinarian, a larger space, and pet urgent care. Medical, dental, surgical, and more on the way. Visit them at 574 East Harrison. Call 732-6800 or check republicanimalhospital.com. Any day is a great day to send flowers. Heaven Sent Flowers and Gifts has been your local florist. 7, offering free local delivery. Call them at 732-1334 or go online to heavenssentflowers.com.
At Cox Health, being named a best place to work for 5 years running means a lot to us because it means our people feel supported. People like
Ryan, Assistant Director of Pharmacy.
Jim, I'm a volunteer.
Renee, Flight Paramedic.
Iris, Registered Nurse.
Dr. John, Cardiology.
And when they feel supported, they can do their jobs better, which means they can take better care of you. A better place for our people and you. Cox Health. It's the right thing.
Here's a touchdown for your family budget. Combine your home and auto insurance and save money with State Farm agent Sarah Rader. Find her online at sarahrader.com.
This is Vanessa at Beauty and Wellness Co. At Beauty and Wellness, we are all about Retmo Spirit, and we're also about helping you optimize your internal wellness and enhance your external beauty. Whether you're looking to age gracefully or just looking for a boost of energy to help you refuel and recover, we are the place to go. Visit our spot at Highway 174 and Main Street. You can also find us on Facebook and Instagram at Beauty Plus Wellness CO or call us at 417-590-8200. Have a beautiful day.
Welcome back to the Gold Medal Gyms halftime show from Republic Tiger Sports. Gold Medal Gyms is a longtime sponsor of the halftime show, and they have stepped up and will be sponsoring another feature that we'll be announcing here in the next week or two. Just had so much going on getting ready for the first game that haven't had a chance to announce that. But thanks, as always, to Gold Medal Gyms for their support, and they've got a new program that they've put in place the last year or so called Sweet Peas that is educational gymnastics for preschoolers up through age 6, in fact, and cool program, and we'll be talking more about that as the year goes on, but you might want to check that out for your preschooler. Sweet Peas at Gold Medal Gyms. Well, 7-0 lead for Carthage, and defensively, the Tigers gave up the big play and didn't tackle very well in general after that first drive that they really shut down Carthage. But Keegan Hunt, Logan Hunt, each with 3 tackles to lead the team. And, 7 points to Carthage in the first half is not a horrible result on the scoreboard, just that the Tigers were unable to capitalize offensively when they had the ball.
Yeah, going back to last year, week 1, the final score is 56-26. So tonight's 7-0 at halftime is definitely polar opposites from last year. You literally take one play away, and it's still, I would still say pretty safely, it's still going to be 0-0. That huge pass play that was, I think you said like 70 yards pass play that was mostly kind of some missed tackles there. But you take that one play away, and Carthage really hasn't done too much offensively. They've had, some plays here and there where they're able to get, 2 to 4 yards. That one play, you take that away, and I'm still saying there's 0-0 at half. One thing, though, is this has been a defensive battle for both teams. Republic's offense has got to have to kind of get things going a little bit. It seems like something's just slightly off especially on the passing side with Wyatt not being able to hook up with both Rex Rote and Zion Allen. I think he had the one reception where Rex Rote I think that was the fourth down when they went on fourth down, and Rex Rote went on a little out route, and Wyatt rolled out to his right and was able to hit James to pick up the first down. But other than that, most of its success has been on the ground for Republic's offense. Very similar to the rushing game last year when you had Connor Sandridge, running out there and bowling people over. Kenan Kroll's out there doing the same thing. Whenever he gets the ball, he's able to, with the assistance of a great offensive line up front, he's able to pick up some good yardage there. Wyatt has had great opportunity to sit back in the pocket and throw it. The offensive line is doing a really good job out there and not allowing anybody to put a hand or even really put any pressure on Wyatt. He's been pretty comfortable on his pass plays. It's just James has been, Rex Rote has been double teamed, and Wyatt has really had to put the ball right on target because Rex Rote has had, double team.
Yep.
And again, just seems like something's just slightly off. Week one, the heat, who knows, if that's having some effect, but hopefully, with this great coaching staff and the players out there, they'll make the adjustments to make the offense have some success here in the second half.
They used a lot of plays going upfield. They obviously think they can beat the secondary for Carthage, and Carthage defensively stepped up to the challenge. They made sure that the big play wasn't there in the first half, but I don't know, the Tigers were close enough, Republic Tigers were close enough on a couple of those passes that I think connecting is something that can certainly happen. It's not like they were just desperation heaves upfield. They were close to connecting. So feel good about that and would like to see better tackling in the second half, but they are in this game and they will get the ball first when the second half begins. We're going to take a listen and watch for a while the Tiger Pride Band as they perform at halftime. Their first performance of the season, and always fun to watch them as part of the Gold Medal Gym's halftime show on Republic Tiger Sports.
Ladies and gentlemen, please give another round of applause for the Republic Tiger Pride Marching Band.
So first performance of the year for the Tiger Pride Band, and we are going to take another break on the Gold Medal Gym's halftime show after this timeout on Republic Tiger Sports.
IV West Battlefield in East Sunshine.
Here's a touchdown for your family budget. Combine your home and auto insurance and save money with State Farm agent Sarah Rader. Find her online at sarahrader.com.
This is Vanessa at Beauty and Wellness Co. At Beauty and Wellness, we are all about Retmo Spirit, and we're also about helping you optimize your internal wellness and enhance your external beauty. Whether you're looking to age gracefully or just looking for a boost of energy to help you refuel and recover, we are the place to go. Visit our spot at Highway 174 and Main Street. You can also find us on Facebook and Instagram at Beauty Plus Wellness CO or call us at 417-590-8200. Have a beautiful day.
Vision Health Eye Center. Outstanding eye care, exceptional eyewear. From prescriptions to emergency care, they help your family see and feel better than ever before. Visit visionhealtheyecenter.com. For 30-plus years, Yoakum Automotive has been Republic's trusted repair shop. Now with digital inspections, understands your car's needs before they make repairs. Book an appointment at yoakumautomotive.com.
Tim Barnes just nodded, said he has stats, and
Lady Tiger softball team, 12
Tim,
winners.
give it to us. Oh, but first, Tim, I'm going to turn your mic on. What is going on?
Also, we have an auxiliary concession
Let's
stand.
try that again. Now.
At the north end of the stadium.
Okay.
There you go.
Not a lot to talk about, but White Woods was 1 of 6 passing for 10 yards.
Ouch.
It had 4 carries for 18 yards. They were led on the ground by Cannon Kroll, 4 carries, 21 yards. 68 yards rushing, the 10 yards passing, so 78 total yards in the first half for Republic. Carthage, the quarterback, Brady Carlton, 1 out of 2 with the one 70-yard pass play. He also led them in rushing, 6 carries, 45 yards. Landon Collins had 8 carries, 31 yards, and the 1 touchdown. Carthage had 103 yards on the ground, 70 yards. Passing, they did have the 20-yard sack, so total yards for Carthage, 153.
Not really a great first half for the Tigers, but they are in it. And the drum line having a good time, and the band having a good time. They're dancing to the drum line. So it's still a fun night in Republic, and the football team will try to make it more fun in the second half, and they will get the ball to start things off when halftime is over. Thanks again to Caden Sumter, who's down there and getting video on the sideline for us, trying to get you a little closer look. And Jenny Rackley on the camera up here. Of course, Tim Barnes with the stats. Steve Rackley down there taking pictures, and we'll have those later on. Evan Smith is back here running everything, keeping everything going smoothly. And if it's not going smoothly, it's my fault, not his. And, of course, last but not least, Mr. Richard Miles, providing the expert commentary that you tuned in for. This is one thing I always forget from one season to the other is just how long halftime is at football games. You get used to basketball games. They have short half times, and there's a lot of time. So we still got about 6 minutes before play resumes. And Tim, got any stories you want to tell?
Well, I was just thinking, there were a lot of long, incomplete passes for Republic in the first half, and in this heat, I just wonder how many times can those receivers run 50 yards downfield.
That's true. Well, and the one they threw short was complete. So you also kind of wonder if that is something that is under consideration in the locker room. We do have thanks to Evan Smith. We've got other scores from around the COC. Joplin leads Branson at halftime, 14-7. Going back to what we talked about before, Branson being improved this year, trailing Joplin by only 7 at halftime. That game at Branson. Ozark leading Carl Junction 20-0. Ozark with a new coach and off to a good start. On the road, way down at Carl Junction. Webb City and Nixa at halftime. Nixa with a 7-point lead, 14-7 over the Cardinals. Of course, a new coach for Webb City as well. And Willard with a 14-0 lead over Neosho. Willard is a district opponent for the Tigers. And that's the only team. Oh, Branson. Yeah, Branson also a district opponent. So both those games are also of interest to the Tigers because of the district standings. And Branson is losing, Willard currently winning over Neosho. Thanks to Evan for getting those scores.
That's an interesting score with the Willard Neosho. If you guys remember last year, that was more like a basketball score last year. That game went on really late, and it was like the combined score, if I remember, we were talking about it, the combined score of the two teams in that week 1 matchup cracked like the top 10, like most combined score for a Missouri high school football game that went back, like way back. Yeah, that was the score. Thanks, Evan. The score was 79-72. Neosho won. And if you remember, that game went so long. We were in a lightning rain delay week 1 at Carthage. Our game started 30 minutes late, and we still got done before the Willard Neosho game that started on time, just due to the fact that both teams literally scored every single time they got the ball. They had that much stoppage going on. So obviously much different compared to last year.
Well, 8 o'clock start here, and that puts us at 9:14. That's another thing I always forget from year to year is how long a half is supposed to take. That one seemed to drag to me, but it could just be that I'm a year older and it's 100 degrees. I don't know. Seemed like it took a little while. But the Tigers are back on the field, the Republic Tigers, and now here comes Carthage out of the locker room. They will suit it up and get ready to go. It'll be interesting to see how the Tigers respond, whether they continue taking shots up the field or try to rein it in, pull it in a little bit. They threw a couple incompletions, but they stuck with it. So they clearly see something on film in looking at Carthage's defense that makes them think that's something that they could go after. Of course, the last time that was late in the half. And so, that late in the half, you figure that you got to throw it upfield anyway. So I don't know if that one necessarily counts. But they were willing to take the shot up the field 2 or 3 times. We're going to take another quick break and be back with more after this timeout on the Gold Medal Dims halftime show on Republic Tiger Sports. For nearly 50 years, Southern Sun Electric has been helping to build Republic and the Ozarks. For dependable commercial and industrial construction and service, choose Southern Sun Electric, a longtime supporter of Republic students. Find them online at southernsunelectric.com.
Experience matters in real estate. With Lori and Elizabeth, you get residential, land, lake, and commercial sales from Springfield to Joplin to the lake. Your ultimate connection to lenders, marketers, and contractors. Visit loriandelizabeth.reesnichols.com, your seasoned real estate teammates. Choose locally owned Central Gas Propane for unmatched for your needs. Call 417-725-3833 or visit centralgasmo.com to switch and save today. PKD Cafe, where the 417's best burritos meet friendly faces. A haven for Republic students, it's the perfect spot. to fuel up and unwind after school, after practice, or anytime. Your pit stop for flavor and relaxation only at PKD Cafe. Whether you have a hole in your roof or you're missing a single shingle, you know who to call in Republic. It's Mike Mansker and the team at Absolute Roofing. Give them a call at 869-0444 or find them online at absoluteroofers.com.
You're always on a winning team with the Pinnaker Advantage. Top customer satisfaction, a large selection of new and pre-owned inventory, plus 20% off routine maintenance for the entire ownership of your vehicle purchased at Pinnaker Chevrolet in Republic. You can score big with the Pinnaker family style service serving the Ozarks since 1979 with the knowledge and no hassle or gimmicks that will make your car shopping experience easy. Let our family take care of yours with a 5-star customer experience at PinnakerChevrolet.com.
Introduce your young child to Sweet Peas at Gold Medal Gyms. It's ideal for kids aged 12 months to 5 years, promoting physical, social, and cognitive growth. Learn more at goldmedalgyms.com.
Welcome back. Just about ready to go in the second half, and Republic will try to turn things around after a slow first half. It was a quick start defensively. They jumped all over Carthage, pushed them back, forced a punt, but just weren't able to take advantage of the fact that they had great field position, and it ended up costing them as Carthage came in and finished things off. So that 1-yard run by Landon Collins with 27 seconds left gave Carthage the lead, but Republic will try to respond here, and they will receive the opening kickoff. Mason Fleetwood, number 3, is on the far side. In the middle, Garrett Lester, and Daniel Phillips on the near side on the hash mark. Standing right around the 10-yard line right now, all 3 of them. Fuentes will kick it off for Carthage.
Last time Carthage kicked it off, they did a little pooch kick. It was high, not very far down the field.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to see if they try that again. My guess was in context they were doing that to avoid a big run back, but maybe that's something they do on a regular basis.
Well, currently there's about a 20-yard gap in the Republic kick return team. That would be a good spot to pooch it.
That's true. Yeah, there's 3 lines of players and 1 line on the 50. They're going to probably drop back a little bit.
They made everybody line up, and there was still 2 minutes left up on the clock. So everybody's just kind of standing out there. We still have 50 seconds left.
That midline is Ryder Davis on the far side. The near side is Owen George, and then it's Owen Clyer in the middle, the sophomore. Michael Worthy is up there on the front line alongside Jen Villasica. Caleb Norman up there. Cannon Ellison. And who's the last one? He's not on the roster. You try to get everybody's name. Somebody must have changed jerseys. Either that or I can't read it. The student section getting bored and letting everybody know it.
There we go.
So now they put 12 minutes on the clock. And Carthage will break the huddle, and we are ready to go here in the second half.
Again, interesting to see if Carthage does a pooch kick again like they did last time. Yep, another little pooch kick. That's interesting due to the fact that they're not willing to try to pin the Republic offense deep on their own side of the field. You think you would do that, but I guess one thing you could look at, though, is the Republic offense really hasn't been able to move the ball too much. There's only been one drive that they were able to move the ball past the 50-yard line, so I guess you could look at it that way.
So had a little glitch in the live stream, I think, but I think we've got it under control. And the handoff is to Kroll up the middle, and he rumbles over a man all the way into Carthage territory. Down to the 48-yard line. Big gain by Cannon Kroll right off the bat.
What's great is there was misdirection in the backfield. Wyatt had different backs, looking like he was handing it off, but it was just a direct give to Cannon Kroll. And what was great is the Carthage defense, you saw confusion. Everybody wasn't quite sure exactly who had the ball, and before they realized Cannon had it, he was already at linebacker level.
And around the edge, Wyatt Woods, and he's tripped up out of bounds inside the 40-yard line.
Again, great run by Wyatt. Almost picks up the first down. He's going to be awfully close. Maybe about 8.5 yards. And offensive line did a great job of sealing off Carthage defensive end on that side. There was a linebacker that was just flying. I don't know if it just happened to be maybe on a blitz, but it was the linebacker for the Carthage who came in and was able to trip Wyatt there at the last moment. It's going to be second and a long one for Republic. Again, just a handoff to Cannon Kroll, and he's able to pick up big yardage there for the first time. For the first down, he's able to pick up about 5 yards, and the Carthage player limping. I think the referees initially called a timeout to allow the Carthage player to, limp off the field. So Carthage is going to switch out their interior D lineman. Great run by Cannon. Got the ball, great push to pick up the yardage needed for the first down.
So Tigers back on the field. Just underway here in the third quarter, trying to get on the board for the first time in 2023. Against a defense that is inexperienced at the varsity level, but has put up a good showing so far. Kroll again up the middle, and he sheds a couple of tacklers, still on his feet, down inside the 10! Cannon Kroll on the move! And the Tigers have found something up the middle, and they are going back to it with Cannon Kroll.
Offensive line doing a great job of creating a gap there for Kroll to have some huge yardage. Again, a little bit of misdirection in the backfield, and it's something that's it's causing a little bit of confusion for this Carthage defense. Not everybody's 100% sure who's got the ball, and by the time they do, he's already past the linebackers. Brings up here red zone here for the Republic offense.
And Woods is going to keep it. He bounces it out inside the 5, dives in, and he's got a touchdown, Republic.
It's going to
Wyatt
be
Woods
called back. The white hat just motioned holding for Republic.
Second time they've made a mistake in the red zone that has cost them. The first time it was a turnover, and that time it is a hold that is going to call it back. So the Tigers in the red zone for the second time. They are 0 for 1 in the red zone, and this is our second red zone report of the season. Red zone report sponsored by State Farm agent Sarah Rader. Tigers, as I mentioned, made a mistake earlier in the red zone when they mishandled a snap. And this time the penalty pushes them back, and they've got first and 15, first and goal from the 15.
Daniel Phillips and Rexrope both checking in.
And again to Kroll, and wide open, he walks into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers, Cannon Kroll. And it's 7-6 Carthage, and the Tigers can tie it with an extra point.
Yeah, just keep calling the same play. The defense can't stop it. Keep calling it until they do. Kroll literally just worked his way down the field. Great job for the O-line on opening up the running lanes for him. He was able to just lower his shoulder every single time he got the ball and pick up huge yardage.
And now they will try to even the score. Mason Cole. Kick is up and long and straight and good, and we are tied 7-7. Republic marches down the field and punches it in and equalizes the score with Carthage at 7 apiece. We'll take a break and see if the defense can respond after this timeout on Republic Tiger Sports.
State Farm Insurance is there anytime, anywhere you need it with helpful advice and award-winning service. In Republic, call Chris Yoakum at 732-1463 or go online at chrisyoakum.com and get to a better state. Hines Street Pharmacy delivers prescriptions right to your door, and they can often save you money compared to what you're paying at the big box pharmacies. And their drive-up window can help you avoid long lines on your way home from work, too. Hines Street Pharmacy. Experience the hometown difference. Exciting things are coming soon to Republic Animal Hospital, a second veterinarian, a larger space, and pet urgent care. Medical, dental, surgical, and more on the way. Visit them at 574 East Harrison. Call 732-6800 or check republicanimalhospital.com.
Welcome back. Tigers have evened the score at 7, and they will kick it off to Carthage now.
63-yard drive for Republic. Kroll had 61 yards on that drive.
Wow.
That was by far the best drive for the Republic offense. Everything just looked clean except the holding, of course, but other than that, everything was great.
And kickoff timed perfectly with the roar of the Tiger on the PA system. And the kick was taken inside the 5, and guess who? Kendall Kerbo comes up and makes an open field tackle.
And again, Carthage starting off their drive deep in their own territory. I don't think Carthage once has had good field position besides the punt return that they had, and that ended up resulting in a turnover. Carthage wasn't able to do anything with that good punt return they had. Other than that, everything has been essentially right around the 10-yard line or further back.
And it's a keeper for Carleton. Takes it out to about the 15 before being snowed under.
Defense did a great job there of not biting on the Carthage player going in motion. QB decided to keep it there. Linebackers and D linemen did a great job of closing that temporary running lane that he had.
Out of the shotgun, Carleton keeps it again on a little counter, and then he cut it back the other direction, took it out to about the 18. He's short of the first down.
Back-to-back plays, very similar to each other. Have a guy in motion, try to trick the defense to possibly biting on that sweep, or the man in motion, the QB keeping it, running up the middle.
From the 19-yard line, it's third.
Lady Tigers won their game 12-0 to open the Morrisville tournament, so congratulations to them. They'll be in action today, tomorrow, and probably into the early morning hours of Sunday. Carleton keeps it again. He is past the first down marker, out to the 25, just picked his way through the hole and moved the chain, picked up 7 yards.
That time Carthage had 2 pulling linemen. They came pulling around, try to add some extra blockers there. Republic defense did a good job of kind of creating a giant pile there. Yeah, Carthage was able to get the first down, but it wasn't for a huge gain there. Good job for the interior D lineman, not allowing a big push by this offensive line.
So 1st and 10, and Carleton again, and that time a whistle, and I think a flag, and I think early motion by Carthage. So that helps Republic's defense. With 8:17 left in the third quarter, Carthage will be moved back 5 yards, I think. Nope. Well, yep, they just lined up. They didn't move. They just lined up across the line, and that cost them 5.
Yeah, that's frustrating as a coach. Doesn't make any difference if it's a defense or offense. All you have to do is just look down the line of scrimmage and see if you are over the line of scrimmage. And if you are, you scoot back before anything happens. Reset yourself before the ball snap. But
as the parent of a former teenage boy, I can tell you it's not always that simple, Rich.
Oh, I know. 22 years of teaching, I know.
Now Republic jumped. So that's a little more understandable. There was some motion, and Caden White got a little over anxious, and I think he crossed the line, and I think we're going to march back the other 5 yards back to where we started.
Offsides on the defense.
Now, Rich, you were a defensive back, I believe, so you never had to worry about that.
That's true. You weren't anywhere close to the line.
Sure.
That's like me. I didn't even play. What's enough?
It's easy when you're lined up 5-10 yards off the line of scrimmage.
Republic sees something. They're trying to get the attention of a couple of their guys.
8:06, the clock running now in the third quarter. And the handoff to Collins and into the backfield. He slipped away from a tackler, but he's slowed down and he's still on his feet.
Oh, ball's out.
Loose, and I think the Tigers have it.
No, I think he fell. Oh, now we got all sorts of flags. I think the ball carrier is able to fall back on it, but
I don't know what the flags were.
I didn't either. He had several flags come flying out.
I wonder if they think, well, who knows? If they didn't know the ball was out, it could have looked like late hits.
I don't know. I think all the referees are communicating with each other, making sure that there was actually maybe a foul. White Hat's about to tell us.
Oh, and an ejection. And so,
wow. I did not see anything that warranted an ejection.
Oh, yep, a little extra takedown at the end of the play. And I didn't catch a number, but somebody's out.
I didn't see anybody walk off the field.
Yeah, no, I'm trying to see.
Well, there comes Kendall Kerbo. So it may have been Kendall who got a little tangled up, and there was some extracurricular. So the Tigers not only lose the yardage and give Carthage a first down, but Kendall Kerbo comes to the sideline. So tough break for the Tigers, and they will have to respond now with 7:50 remaining in the third quarter. And bringing on the next play is Jackson Hedinger of Carthage. 7:48 remaining in the third quarter. Carlton back there. Deep shotgun, man in motion, jet sweep into the backfield. One tackle missed, second tackle missed, third tackle not missed. And they stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Maybe a gain of 1. A few Tigers hit him before he was finally brought down. He ends up gaining 2. They're getting penetration.
Yeah, it's just that kind of having a hard time with that at first initial tackle. Carthage's ball carriers are able to kind of slide out of these Republic tackles. Many of them that should be for no gain or for a loss end up being for positive yardage.
7 minutes exactly left in the third quarter. Second down and 2. Carlton hands it off to Collins. Nope, he doesn't hand it off. He pitched it out to the side, and it's a first down. I was completely befuddled by where that ball was, and it was to Gail Gallegos.
Yeah,
little pass.
Play action play to suck the defense in. Back one out into the flat. QB just kind of waits for everything to set up, and short little pass, hoping that whoever catches it is able to pick up yards after the carry. It's one of the few better field positions for Carthage. It was just a handoff right up the middle.
Collins kept it, gain of about 5.
41-yard line, second down and 5. Logan Hunt, number 65, with a stop.
See how much Curbo, who led the team last year in tackles, with him being out the rest of the game, that has any effect.
5:48 left. And play action pass. They're going to throw it upfield, and they've got a man, and it is caught. Great catch, as going up to pull it down was Carson Murray, the tight end, 6'4", 215, and he went up and got it. And a first down at Carthage now. Knocking on the door inside the 20 in the red zone. They have taken advantage of their red zone opportunity.
You know, the tight end there, number 81, people were talking about who's going to replace Gall for Carthage, and it was him.
And a first down keeper by Carlton.
Keegan Hunt with the tackle. And we have a Republic player hobbling off there. Is that Gimlin? He came.
I didn't see him.
Yeah, Gimlin came hobbling off, and he's laying down. Usually when that's the case, it's cramps.
Yeah. Water break, speaking of cramps. Everybody's going to try and get hydrated. 4:57 left to go in the third quarter. We'll take a break and be back with more after this on Republic Tiger Sports.
Any day is a great day to send flowers. Heaven Sent Flowers and Gifts has been your local florist in Republic since 1987, offering free local delivery. Call them at 732-1334 or go online to heavenssentflowers.com.
Recently, Cox Health Springfield Hospitals achieved Magnet designation in nursing, an accomplishment that only 9% of hospitals in the nation share. This honor is huge for us and for you, because meeting 94 standards of excellence is a bar as high as it gets in nursing. Nurses who do more so you can feel better. Cox Health. It's the right thing.
Defense needs to step up here. Carthage has its second down and 7 at the 15-yard line. After the water break, Carlton hands it off to Collins. Collins, hole was sealed off, but coming up and making the hit was number 22, Brady Lewis. Boy, Brady Lewis has had a good game. 3 tackles that I can think of for Brady. Hasn't played football for at least a couple of years.
Into the 12-yard line, third down and 4.
Brings up 3rd and 4 for Carthage.
Yeah, he plays corner, and great job on that, but one thing that kind of stinks about that is you don't always want your corner being the one that's making the tackle on a run play. Because usually if your corner is making a tackle on the run play, that means the offense has gotten some yardage.
Carlton is going to keep it, and he gets away from a man, fights his way forward, and he is close, but I don't think he's quite got it. But that second effort makes the fourth down play a lot easier than it would have been.
Yeah, he's
penalty flag.
Oh. So what would have been possibly 4th and 1 makes it 3rd and long. So we'll mark it off. And that's going to obviously totally change whatever Carthage offensive coordinator was probably going to call there in 4th and 1, with it being now 3rd and about 11, 3rd and 12.
Yeah, third and 11 is different, but at least to them, they've got 2 chances now. They don't have to get it all at once, but defense certainly in a much better position than they were on 4th and 1. Carlton's going to throw it, and it is almost picked off. He slipped as he was going to the ball, almost taken by Garrett Lester, who stepped in there.
Yeah, the Carthage receiver planted, and when he planted his foot, he just slipped.
Yeah, just about. 4th and 12 now.
Ball marked at the Republic 20. It's 4th and 12.
Get a stop here, get the ball back, and they were very effective on their last drive with Cannon Kroll.
I think Republic's going to call a timeout.
Yep, so they want to talk things over.
First charge timeout here in the second half.
Cole Gimlin is back out there on the field in the huddle. So he went down with cramps, but looks like he's ready to return. And offensively, Carthage, what do you do, guys?
Well, I don't know. They've tried. They haven't had too much success with the QB keeping it and trying to run up the middle. Most success they've had running on the ground is whenever the ball carrier runs outside the tackle to stretch the defense out. Yeah. So, I don't know, if you're Carthage, you try to maybe attack the edge again. That's about the only big yardage that they've had tonight. So, if I'm coach down there, I'm telling the defense, make sure you don't get sealed inside. If you're the defensive end or outside linebacker, make sure you're able to freely, go side to side, and don't allow the running back to cross your face and get to the edge.
I think it's a pass, and I think Republic's going to be coming.
They sure look like it, don't they? 4th and 12. Carlton takes it. It's a reverse, and they knock the ball loose. It's on the ground. It's recovered by the Tigers. And that is Cole Gimlin, who jumped in there and grabbed it, made the hit, got the ball, and forced the turnover, and Republic gets the stop on defense.
Wow, that was huge. That looked like a Carthage drive that was going to end up with a possibility of at least, a first down. Dropping the ball again. So this is the second time that Carthage has gotten, deep in Republic territory and turned the ball over. This is where we need a big momentum swing right here.
And a fake handoff. Woods got away from a man. He's got a lot of room. He's got a first down. He's into Carthage territory. Down to the 45-yard line. Wyatt Woods made a man miss and then just kept on running. And the Tigers on the move again with 3:20 left in the third.
Yeah, he was able to shed a couple of tackles there. Again, arm tackles aren't going to cut it against an athletic quarterback.
Up to the 46-yard line, which is where they placed the ball. Woods ready to go again. Fleetwood went in motion. He handed it to, I thought he handed it to White, and he did.
No, he handed it to Cannon right up the middle.
Oh, okay.
It's the same group of plays that they marched down the field, where I think he got like 60 yards by himself on that previous touchdown drive. I'd go back to it too. I'd keep handing it off to Cannon Kroll until the defense stops it.
Yeah, well, I mean, and that's why I like the call to Woods to the outside. You know that after that last drive, the defense was told you've got to close up the middle. And so Republic answers by going on the outside. Now Carthage not really knowing what Republic should do. And that's similar to what defenses face a lot of times against Carthage. Woods keeps it behind Kroll, spins away from a man, fights off another, pushes forward, and he's got 6 or 7 on second down. Great run by Wyatt Woods. Second and third effort there. That spin move by Wyatt is tough to deal with as a defender.
Yeah, you're defender and you're coming up and you're breaking down, trying to make that textbook tackle, and then a QB's spinning around you. You're hoping that you've got some help from some of your other defenders to come up and finish the tackle. Third and short, maybe possibly hand off to Cannon.
And they do hand it off to Cannon Kroll, and he's got the first down.
The offensive line on the left side did a great job, got good movement, allowed Cannon to pick up the necessary yardage. I've said it multiple times tonight, the offensive line for Republic has done a tremendous job tonight.
And with experience back, that's something that they expected to be a strength. They give it to Daniel Phillips. He's around the corner, inside the 20, inside the 10. He goes all the way. Touchdown, Daniel Phillips. Touchdown, Republic. 13-7 Tigers. Republic with its first lead of the night with 57 seconds left in the third quarter.
And that's that huge momentum shift there. Carthage looking like they are possibly knocking on the door of scoring. They turn the ball over, trying to do a reverse play. Republic gets the ball back, and just a handful of plays, they're able to punch it in for 6 points.
Ryder Davis with the hold.
Mason Kroll trying to make it a 7-point lead, and he does. 14-7 Republic with the lead over Carthage. And that has turned around in a hurry, guys. Offense looks better. Defense has been improved. And a key mistake that time by Carthage in the red zone cost them. And so really it's been, as so often is the case, the team that makes the fewest mistakes is the team that is on top right now. That was the most recent mistake by Carthage that cost them.
Yeah, going into halftime, we're kind of felt a little let down there. Carthage scores there with not much time left. They go up 7-0 there going into halftime, and you can kind of feel the emotion a little bit sucked out of the stadium. And here in the third quarter, Republic's offense has come out here and just shoved the ball down Carthage's throat.
35-yard touchdown run by Daniel Phillips has Republic on top. And now the kickoff is bobbled by Carthage, picked up at the 5. And getting out of trouble briefly, but not very far. And now a penalty flies in there, a flag. Not sure what that was. Republic player slow to get up. That's Ryan Arthur. And he is limping off. And I did not see the signal. Did you see what that was?
I don't think he signaled it yet.
Well, they don't the Republic defense is not going up to the, well, now they are going up to the 10-yard line. So I guess, I don't know. I don't know what that is. It doesn't look like they're getting ready to march anything off. Maybe it was an inadvertent dropped flag, or maybe it was an offside.
There they go.
They're marking it off.
Oh, it's against Carthage. So half the distance to the goal takes it back to the 5. Helmet to helmet contact on a block. And so now Republic has another opportunity. And you talked about Republic coming after them on defense on that last drive. I wouldn't be surprised to see him come after Carthage here. Carlton standing in his own end zone. And he keeps it, goes to the right. And we've got a hold back there out to the 7-yard line, but it's going to be half the distance to the goal again now.
Yep. Things going from bad to worse here on this drive for Carthage. The return guy bobbles the kickoff. Then you start off with the penalty, and then now you've got another penalty.
So that is not as much of a penalty because it happened past the line of scrimmage. So half the distance takes them back to the 4. Penalty happened on the 8-yard line. So really only a 1-yard mark off from where they were last time. But it's first down and 11 for Carthage on the 4. Down to 43 seconds left in the third quarter. Republic has never beaten Carthage.
Another flag.
Another penalty. I don't know if somebody moved. Let's see. Yes, illegal procedure, false start.
Carthage has officially gone backwards on this drive here.
This is not what you usually see out of a Carthage team. I mean, this is a disciplined, well-coached team, and they have struggled here this last few plays.
Reminds me of planes, trains, and automobiles.
First down and 13 now for Carthage.
Going the wrong way.
I was waiting to be reminded, yes. So it's still 43 seconds left. Now Carlton's back about 4 yards deep in the end zone. He's going to keep it. He's under pressure. He steps up, and that's almost the safety. They almost had him. They almost had him, but he got out of trouble enough to get out to the 2 or 3 yard line, and he's up again, and that is another step backwards for Carthage, I think.
Yeah, he felt the pressure. He felt the pressure a little bit and kind of panicked and realized really quickly where he was, and knowing that he had to get out of the end zone as quickly as possible. I think Carthage is just going to be happy letting this go down to 0.
I think it was Cameron Allen who was putting pressure on him, number 10, flying in there. And that is the end of the third quarter. It'll be 2nd and 13 for Carthage when the fourth quarter resumes. But the Tigers have taken the lead. 14-7 Republic. We'll take a break and be back with the fourth quarter after this timeout on Republic Tiger Sports.
Recently, Cox Health Springfield Hospitals achieved Magnet designation in nursing, an accomplishment that only 9% of hospitals in the nation share. This honor is huge for us and for you, because meeting 94 standards of excellence is a bar as high as it gets in nursing. Nurses who do more so you can feel better. Cox Health. It's the right thing.
Here's a touchdown for your family budget. Combine your home and auto insurance and save money with State Farm agent Sarah Rader. Find her online at sarahrader.com. Vision Health Eye Center. Outstanding eye care, exceptional eyewear. From prescriptions to emergency care, they help your family see and feel better than ever before. Visit visionhealtheyecenter.com.
Welcome back. Republic defense has Carthage on the ropes. 2nd and 13 Carthage on its own 2-yard line. They have run about, have they run 5 plays on this drive, and it's still only second down?
I think 3, I believe.
They've only run 3. I guess I'm counting the penalties that happened without plays being run. So.
Well, yeah, they had a play on the kickoff, and penalty on the kickoff. So.
Oh yeah.
Start the fourth quarter. Second down and 12 for Carthage from their own 2.
All right. Fourth quarter, just about ready to go. Carlton takes the handoff under pressure, and he's sending a man long, and it is picked off! Picked off by the Tigers! Intercepted! And that is Garrett Lester with the interception.
Yeah, Carthage QB just very badly underthrew his receiver. But everybody on the Republic defense knew exactly where he was going to throw it. He literally motioned to the receiver and, did everything but point and say, that's where I'm throwing it, and threw the ball, and it was thrown short and interception. We got the ball inside the 25.
Cole Gimlin is limping off, and he came off earlier, and I think it was a cramp, so he'll be helped off the field. And they'll work on him. And he lays down, and I think he's going to get stretched out again. So he goes 100 miles an hour down there, and when it's this hot, you can hydrate all you want, but sometimes when you go that hard, you're just going to get a cramp. That's what happened to Cole. He laid down, and then they said, no, you got to go a little further. Too close to the field. So now they're marching him a little further off, and Republic will have the ball, leading 14-7, 11:52 left to go in the game. Woods is under center, and he gives it to Kroll. Kroll was tripped up, still stumbled forward for about 4 yards. There was a big hole, but somebody got him at the ankle as he went through the line and tripped him up.
And I'm assuming this would be 4 down territory, even if it comes up.
Yeah, I would think so.
And they don't get the first down here in this 4th down. I would assume that coach is going to go for it no matter what.
What a difference a year makes. The Tigers were embarrassed at Carthage a year ago. Kroll again, a huge hole, and then he ran over a couple of men down to the 6-yard line. And the Tigers are in the red zone again. And they are 1 for 2 in the red zone tonight.
Cannon doing a great job keeping his balance, and the O-line is doing some great blocking for him. James Rexrow checks back in.
Kroll over 100 yards.
He did that, I think it was week 2 last year. Had a big game. And this time Woods keeps it, tries to get to the edge, and he dives for the end zone. Is he in? No, he's just short.
Oh, man.
His shoulder landed just outside the goal line.
I thought he was able to stretch out kind of Superman and get that ball across the line of scrimmage, or I'm sorry, the goal line.
Republic trying to convert in the red zone, and again, our red zone report sponsored by State Farm agent Sarah Rader. Thanks to her for her support of the red zone report and of Republic Tiger Sports. 2nd and 1, 2nd and goal from the 1-yard line. And Woods is up under center again. And he hands it to Kroll, and Kroll is in again. A touchdown for Cannon Kroll. And the Tigers go up by 2 TDs, a 13-point lead for Republic. And Cannon Kroll has not been stopped yet.
Nope, just running between the tackles. O-line gets a great push. I think almost every single O-lineman was able to take the defensive lineman was over them and just shoved them back a good 2 to 3 yards.
Go on to attempt the point after. Out of the hole with Ryder Davis.
Mason Cole's kick is blocked.
Kick is blocked. Ball is dead.
And so it remains a 13-point lead for Republic, 20-7. 9:55 remaining, 27 Republic. We'll take a break and be back with more after this timeout on Republic Tiger Sports.
For 30-plus years, Yoakum Automotive has been Robinson and Company, LLP, certified public accountants, is Republic's local full-service accounting firm, serving as your trusted business advisors. And they're making possible our By the Numbers feature, where we look at stats that catch our eye on the Republic sports scene. Elliott Robinson and Company, conveniently located in the Wildwood Plaza across from Pinnaker Chevrolet, or find them online at ercpa.com.
Destiny Church is a proud supporter of Republic Tiger Sports. Join us on Sunday mornings at 8:30 a.m. or 10:30 a.m. at 526 East Harrison in Republic, right behind McAllister's Deli. We also offer youth service for students 6th through 12th grades on Wednesday evenings with doors opening at 5 p.m. You can find us on Facebook, Instagram, or online at destinychurch.me.
When you need a plumber, you usually need one fast, but you also want one who'll do the job right. In Republic, that's Far Better Plumbing. Whether it's residential, commercial, or you need excavation, call Far Better and let them take away the stress of your plumbing problem. Call them at 864-8703 or find them online at farbetterplumbing.com. Get your Rocco's Pizza hot and ready for to-go orders at roccositaliankitchen.net or pick up a slice at the game because Rocco's is a proud supporter of Republic Athletics and the Booster Club's concession stands. Rocco's, pizza, pasta, perfection, and Tiger Spirit. For nearly 50 years, Southern Sun Electric has been helping to build Republic and the Ozarks. For dependable commercial and industrial construction and service, choose Southern Sun Electric, a longtime supporter of Republic students. Find them online at southernsunelectric.com.
Cannon Kroll had the touchdown. Before that, it was the interception by Garrett Lester that set it up. And Republic was able to punch it in and make it a 13-point lead. Extra point was blocked.
Mason Cole has had some impressive kickoffs tonight.
He has. And they fielded on the sideline for a second time tonight and stepped out of bounds. So should have let it go out of bounds, but instead fielded it and stepped out of bounds. And that second touchdown by the Tigers means a $20 donation by Destiny Church to the price tag in Locker 518, offering free clothing to students in the Republic School District that need it. For every touchdown this year that Republic scores, Destiny Church will donate $20 to the price tag in Locker 518. We'll talk more about that as the season goes on. So 2 touchdowns so far tonight, and that is $40 to a great cause. That helps a lot of students in the Republic School District. From the 12-yard line, Carthage's bad field position continues. I mean, what's the best starting drive that they've had?
That punt return that they ran back.
And that was around midfield.
Yeah,
right.
It was a 44 of Republic. All the others have been the 12-yard line is the best. Besides that one.
Wow, the 12-yard line is the best starting position that they've had other than the long punt return. That's amazing. And as you mentioned, Mason Cole gets some credit for that. And a big hit in the backfield. Not sure if he was the first one there, but Caleb Norman came up and made the hit.
Defense did a great job of just making a big pile there. When you're a running back and you're trying to run between the tackles and there's no running lanes, you're stuck. And a lot of times the D lineman, one of your sole jobs is just to make a pile there between the tackles.
Down to 9:20 left. Republic up by 13. And on the jet sweep to the outside, the defense strung them out better that time, but still a good gain.
Joseph Childs, number 1, the ball carrier, outside the 20 to 20.
Zion Allen, was it? Is that who made the stop?
Yeah, I think it was Zion Allen made the initial tackle.
Brady Lewis's helmet came off, so he has to come out.
Gimlin's kind of.
Yeah,
he's been. I think
struggling.
I think he's fighting. Looked like they were stretching out his calves.
Yeah, I mean, he's come out a couple of times, but he is fighting through it. I mean, he is a tough kid. 4-down lineman for the Tigers on defense. And Carlton is going to pitch it to the outside. The defense gets out there, and a good tackle made by Republic. And it was Evan Buchanan who came up and made the hit.
Evan Buchanan, number 28, with a stop.
Good play by Buchanan.
Yeah, good play, because I kind of think that if he wouldn't have made that tackle, Carthage could have gotten a lot more yardage than what they got there.
First and 10, though, for Carthage. And play action pass. They throw it over the middle, and it's incomplete. And there's pass interference is going to be called as the flag flew in late.
Yeah, you had two referees that threw their flag, and both of them were thrown late. I think that was kind of some inadvertent contact there. I think the Carthage receiver and the Republic defender, I think, literally just kind of ran into each other.
Yeah, Ryan Cornelson's not very happy with it. He's out on the 40 there. You can see him trying to get an explanation. That's the generous explanation of what he's doing, is he's trying to get an explanation. I don't know if he's trying to get an explanation or if he's giving an explanation, but he's having a conversation, whether it's one or two-sided right now with the officials. And he's still not very happy.
Ball marked at the Republic.
But it's a first down for Carthage at the Republic 38 with 8:15 left. And another pass, that one complete. And big gain out past the 40-yard line of Republic down to near the 35. Pass was caught by Carson Murray, and Zion Allen finally made the tackle.
And Murray had a big catch earlier in the first half.
Gain of 49 yards on the play to the Republic 36-yard.
Another timeout has been called.
So another water break for the teams with 8:06 remaining in the game. Republic on top by 13. The Carthage offense has started passing the ball, and that will not run as much time off the clock as they are down by 2 scores. So that's something to keep an eye on.
Second charge timeout here in the second.
Oh, no, it wasn't a water break. It was a timeout called by Republic, and they've got a player on the ground. It's Cole Gimlin again. They're trying to keep him out there, and he wants to stay out there. They called the timeout. And we'll go ahead and take a break. Quick break, and be back after this on Republic Tiger Sports.
Experience matters in real estate. With Lori and Elizabeth, you get specialists in residential, land, lake, and commercial sales from Springfield to Joplin to the lake. Your ultimate connection to lenders, marketers, and contractors. Visit loriandelizabeth.reesnichols.com, your seasoned real estate teammates.
Welcome back. Carthage with the ball. And it's first down and 10 from the Republic 34-yard line. And in motion and on the sweep. Good cutback, but then slipping and falling was Joseph Childs, the wide receiver, who took the handoff on the sweep. And he got back to the line of scrimmage and then a little bit more. Gained about 3.
And getting underneath the 8-minute mark there. Now Carthage is going to have, have that clock. The coach is going to have the clock there in the back of their mind. Starting to get to the point to where time is going to be an issue.
Well, and on top of that, Republic is the kind of offense that can run clock if it is operating the way it wants to operate. Play action, pass, under pressure. The throw upfield is caught at the 7-yard line. Garrett Lester makes the tackle, but Carson Murray caught it. And with 7:11 remaining, that's another first down for Carthage.
Man, Murray wasn't even ready for the ball. The ball was in the air, and Murray was still running his route. And just as he turns around, the ball's almost to him. It almost looked like he was a little surprised at just how quickly the pass was thrown.
Carlton's going to keep it, and he is into the end zone. Touchdown Carthage with 6:55 remaining. That was a weird-looking play, the way it developed. Almost looked like
it was a very slow developing play. But Carthage able to run the ball and punch it in just under 7 minutes left in the game.
So Brady Carlton with the touchdown run, and now the extra point makes it a 6-point game.
Yeah, that missed extra point now. Hopefully it does not come into play. The referees have called a timeout, so this might be a mandatory water break.
Carlton and Carthage have cut the lead down to 6, 20-14. 6:55 left to go in the game. We'll take a break and be back with more after this timeout on Republic Tiger Sports.
Choose locally owned Central Gas Propane for unmatched service. They go the extra mile for your needs. Call 417-725-3833 or visit centralgasmo.com to switch and save today. PKD Cafe, where the 417's best burritos meet friendly faces. A haven for Republic students, it's the perfect spot to fuel up and unwind after school, after practice, or anytime. Your pit stop for flavor and relaxation only at PKD Cafe. Whether you have a hole in your roof or you're missing a single shingle, you know who to call in Republic. It's Mike Mansker and the team at Absolute Roofing. Give them a call at 869-0444 or find them online at absoluteroofers.com.
Welcome back. Jenny Rackley wonders if an onside kick could be coming from Carthage. So if it happens, she gets she has to buy everyone's dinner next week. That's the way it is if you get a prediction right. Happens so seldom that you very seldom have to do that. No, he kicked it deep. Jenny, you're off the hook. And the kick is taken on a fair catch right around the 20. Let's see where he was. Now, 23 is where they're going to say he caught it. Mason Fleetwood on the 23. And so Republic will try to run the clock, move the ball, punch it in, and put this game away. Cannon Kroll has been the man of the hour here in the second half. Over 100 yards out of the fullback position. 2 touchdowns. And the Tigers give it to Cade White, who rolls off a man and drags a couple of guys forward for a gain of 7. White had been shut down earlier, but he had a hole that time and took advantage of it.
Carthage still has all their timeouts left. Maybe the only way they can stop the clock if the offense keeps moving like it is.
First down here, not quite yet, but a first down here and then maybe another one. If you don't do it all at once, might force them to take some timeouts. Woods is going to keep it. He tucks it. He's got the first down, bounces off a man, out to the 40, and finally pushed back. They haven't blown the whistle yet. Now they do. He was pushed back 10 yards before the whistle was blown, and with 6:07 remaining, The clock stops briefly while they move the chains and get everything reset, and then it'll start up again. But Woods with a good run.
It has a good run, yeah. Then crowd rightfully so, calling for the referees to blow the whistle. His momentum was clearly stopped, and he was being shoved back by multiple Carthage defenders.
Yeah, I kept waiting for him to go to the ground, and if he had, Carthage might have gotten a flag, which, wouldn't have been entirely their fault because the play should have been dead. First down for the Tigers. And Woods keeps it again. And he picks his way ahead and picked up 4 yards. 5:33 left in the game.
Couple more first downs, and we're able to kind of really milk this clock.
We talked earlier, this is the first time in years that Republic has had expectations of competing at the highest levels. And this would be a huge way to start the season, to beat Carthage, a team they've never beaten, and a team that has been a perennial power in Southwest Missouri, just like Webb City, the team that Republic beat in the district tournament just 2 games ago. I mean, you think about it. We talked, and now a timeout called by Republic. We talked when Ryan Cornelson came in, can he turn them around? They've been down for a long time. I mean, what other way to describe what this turnaround is that in the span of 3 games, if they can get this, to beat Webb City for the first time in 24 tries, and then now an opportunity, if they can hang on, to beat Carthage in a 3-game span, that is impressive. And it's been an impressive turnaround no matter what happens here tonight. But, I mean, this is a team that is on the rise.
Yeah, totally agree. And you're talking about the expectations, and, I mean, the whole community, the whole school, the expectations there. And as you'd said, you had people talking about the football season, talking about this year's football season at the end of last year's football season.
Yeah. They give it to Kroll, and he's got a big hole, and he made more of a hole as he ran through it. Another first down for the Tigers. I just don't see any inkling that the defense for Carthage can stop Cannon Kroll right now. He gained 13 yards. I have to go back and look at that big game he had last year, but this might be a career high in rushing.
Yeah, they literally have not been able to stop him. I think he's been able to get positive yards every single time he has gotten the ball.
Four and a half minutes left. Republic in no hurry. Kroll in the backfield, a man in motion. They give it to Kroll. He fights his way ahead, tripped up, dove forward, gained about 6. And how about the offensive line, the work that they have put in to open up those holes for Cannon Kroll? We talked about the fact that they had experience back.
Yeah, you had some of the returning linemen. You had Carter Nation and Mason Mitchell and Miles Lozano.
Yep. Mason Mitchell up there on the screen. You can see him now. Carter Nation, a 3-year starter. And the ball's on the ground, but that time Woods got it. And there was a collective sigh that sucked the air right out of the booth as everybody sucked in their breath down below us in the stands. Carter Nation, mentioned, a key to this offensive line. And it's third and a long 4 or 5 yards for Republic here with 3:12 left. And they've got to keep moving the ball to avoid giving it back to Carthage, with a chance for Carthage to march down and win it. Woods is going to keep it. He's going to pitch it. And it's not going to be a first down. And he was hit a couple of times after he'd been stopped. And they he stopped him short. He got back to the line of scrimmage, but that was about it. So, decision here for the Republic coaching staff. Carthage calls its first timeout with 2:43 remaining. Ryan Cornelson having another little conversation with the officials about why that whistle wasn't blown earlier, or there wasn't a flag one way or the other. I would guess Republic goes for it here.
I would assume this is a big first down for both teams.
Carthage has been capable of making a big play, so pinning them deep doesn't necessarily guarantee anything, but I don't know, it's tempting to pin them deep if you think you can.
Yeah, in some of the previous punts, they line up, offensive formation, and then at the last second, Wyatt steps back and does a little pooch kick. But I think Republic stays aggressive and goes for it.
And I think they're punting. No, they are going to go for it. Woods is rolling out. He's looking for Rexroth, and it is short, incomplete. And Carthage is going to get the ball back. So the defense will have to step up and make the plays with 2:37 left in the game. It's a 6-point lead for Republic. So that missed extra or blocked extra point earlier is looming large now, and the defense will just have to make the plays to keep this one in the positive column on the scoreboard.
Really, the only success Carthage has had has been big plays. There hasn't been a drive really where they've just gotten, a long sustained drive.
The shotgun, the sweep, comes to the near side, and a good tackle by Zion Allen, but a gain of about 5 for Carthage. 2:28 left.
Zion did a really good job of coming in and going low. You wrap up the legs of the running back, they can't go anywhere.
2nd and 6, down to 2:12 left in the game.
Carthage still has 2 timeouts left.
Two wide receivers. Somebody moved early. Yep, and that play is not going to count. So the flag came in because one of the running backs back there started to turn. And that's helpful. Down under 2 minutes left. And that pushes them back 5 yards, back to where this series started and a little bit beyond. So it'll be 2nd down and 11 now for Carthage. I mean, 6-11, it matters a little bit, but doesn't matter a lot, because they've got to go the length of the field in under 2 minutes. So they're going to have to get 6 or 11 or whatever on the way down there.
I think Coach is talking over, see what his options are.
Oh, yeah, if the play doesn't count, maybe he takes the 3rd down.
But that's a dead ball penalty, right? Illegal procedure?
They didn't call.
Or was it illegal motion?
Maybe illegal motion. So if it's illegal motion, maybe he doesn't take the penalty. It's an incomplete pass. It's 3rd down and 6. Nope, they are going to take it. So down, back to the 38, makes it 2nd down.
Right. No, what?
Now the stick is moving on the other. No, they declined it. So somebody didn't get the memo that he was declining it. They moved the stick back. Now they're putting it back up, and it's 3rd down. So it's 3rd down and 6. And like I said, not that much of a difference. And I like the call. You got a chance to stop them here in just 2 plays. Fake handoff. Throw upfield. It is caught. And a lot of running room down to the 30, to the 25. And Carthage threatening now after the long completion with 1:42 remaining.
Yeah, big plays. That is what Carthage has had success on their touchdown drives.
1st and 10 from the 23-yard line, 1:38 remaining in the game. Carleton keeps it. Big hole down to the 15-yard line, 1:28 left. Now they're in no hurry.
Republic has no timeouts.
Yeah, Republic has none. Carthage still has 2. Again, the time temporarily stops on a 1st down.
2nd down and 3.
Second and 3. They are going to run a throwback, or they thought about it, and it ends up being stopped by the Tigers. Might be a 1st down. I don't know where they're going to mark it. They're close to the marker.
I think he's going to be short.
That looked like it was supposed to be a throwback to Carleton, and that's I don't know, kind of a weird time for a trick play.
What's interesting though is Carthage is just letting the clock tick down.
Yeah, well they're in no hurry. They've got timeouts if they need them, and a 1st down now. Down to the 10. 25 seconds left, and now they will take a timeout, I think.
No timeout. They're just going to allow the 1st down to temporarily stop the clock. Yeah, White Hat winding the clock.
So they save the timeouts even further. And now a timeout called by Carthage.
Timeout Carthage.
With 15 seconds left. They've got 1 left after this.
That's interesting. You would think that they would have called that earlier.
They let a lot of time.
Yeah, let a lot of time run off the clock before we called the timeout.
Well, it's 1st and goal.
No, it's going to be 1st and 10.
But they've got the ball. Oh, yeah, they are short. Okay. Yeah, it's on the 10 on the scoreboard, but yeah, they are beyond the 10. So they could get a 1st down. If they get a 1st down without scoring and there's time on the clock, I'm just going to have to put the headset down and walk out. I can't watch. "15 seconds left. The defense has bent but not broken yet. I remember a few years ago down at Carthage, at the old field, Republic had Carthage beat. Gave up a long pass on the last play of the game. And that was a heartbreaker. Carlton's going to throw it. He does, and it is caught, but it's short.
Has to use the last timeout, so no team has a timeout.
That took 6 seconds, so 9 seconds remaining, and Carthage calls its last timeout, and it is, well, I started to say it's going to come down to this play, but if they throw it, they got 2 shots. And I think if I were Carthage, I would probably throw it to give myself the 2 chances.
Right. Yes. But it's got to be a pass that does not take a long time. It can't be a pass that the quarterback rolls out to his right or left and eats up a bunch of clock and he throws it, you know, with the clock running down to 0. So if it is a pass play, I would assume the coach is telling the QB that if there's nothing there, throw it away so that you can save a little bit of time.
Yeah, if they get tackled short of the 1st down, they will not get another playoff.
Yeah, so they got to throw it in the end zone if they throw it. Here it comes. Fake handoff. They throw. It's up. It's deep. It's incomplete. There are 4 seconds left. Incomplete. But there are 4 seconds left because, like Rich called for, you got to do it quick, and that's what they did.
Down to 3 seconds.
Now this, just because a play, you know, takes so much time, now you can say that this play right here.
Yeah. I think Carthage is going to complain that there were 4 seconds left and then there were 3. No, I don't know if they are. They're out there talking. No, they're just talking to their players. I don't think there's a complaint.
This is it right here. This is the ball game, everybody.
From the 5-yard line, can Republic's defense make the stand? They're going to throw it under pressure. He does. It is incomplete, and the game is over, and the Tigers win it. The Tigers beat Carthage for the first time in history, and in the last 3 games, they've knocked off Webb City and Carthage, and they are competing for a COC title with this team based on this opening win. The defense comes up with the stop, and they win it over Carthage 20-14. We'll take a break and be back with more after this timeout on Republic Tiger Sports.
Always on a winning team with the Pinnaker Advantage. Top customer satisfaction. A large selection of new and pre-owned inventory. Plus 20% off routine maintenance for the entire ownership of your vehicle purchased at Pinnaker Chevrolet in Republic. You can score big with the Pinnaker family style service serving the Ozarks since 1979 with the knowledge and no hassle or gimmicks that will make your car shopping experience easy. Let our family take care of yours with a 5-star customer experience at PinnakerChevrolet.com.
Not only does Gold Medal Gyms now offer Sweet Peas educational gymnastics for preschoolers, they also offer recreational and competitive gymnastics and cheerleading for kids up to 18 years old. Learn more at goldmedalgyms.com.
Welcome back. The Tigers beat Carthage 20-14, and that is a way to start a season. Rich Miles.
Yeah, when you not only knock off a perennial team like Carthage, a team that Republic hasn't beaten on the football field in the fashion that it came down to, literally the game came down to the last play, and that's what makes one of the many things that makes Friday night football so awesome is when you got the high school kids out there giving it everything they've got in this extreme heat and humidity, and everybody's just having a great time. And obviously, you look at everybody out here in the bleachers rocking out, and everybody's excited, and you got the fans high-fiving each other, and the student section going nuts, and the atmosphere up here in the press box, everybody was that last play, it seemed like the ball hung in the air a lot longer than it actually did, and when you see the referee and you're just waiting for him to either put his hands up, touchdown, or signal incomplete, that's exciting. It makes everybody jump, and as you said, what a way to start off the season with a win over Carthage.
No scoring in the first half until the very end when Carthage punched it in with 27 seconds left in the half. Landon Collins, a 1-yard run. That made it 7-0 Carthage, but Republic responded after halftime. Cannon Kroll came up big. He had 61 yards out of the 63-yard drive on the Tigers' next possession. He scored on a 15-yard run for a touchdown. That tied the game at 7. Cole Gimlin had a fumble recovery in the third quarter that was important in shutting down a Carthage drive. And then it was a Daniel Phillips sweep, a 35-yard run. He scored, and that made it 14-7 Republic as they took the lead for the first time. Tigers scored again to make it 20-7. And then Carthage answered with 6:55 remaining. Brady Carlton scored a touchdown to make it 20-14. And then they got the stop they needed. Carthage did, but Republic came up big on defense as the team celebrates its big victory with the student section over there. And it has been a fun time. And we'll see if the Tigers can keep it rolling next week at Ozark. I'm going to wrap it up so I can get down on the field and talk to some of the guys who came up big tonight. Any final thoughts, Rich?
This literally sets the tone for the rest of the season right here, and the COC schedule is tough, and just showed right here that this Republic team has definitely turned the corner, that last year wasn't some type of fluke thing. This sets the stone, the message right here and the tone that Republic Tiger football program is going to do some awesome things this year and in the future.
Tigers win it 20-14 over Carthage. They beat Carthage for the first time in program history. They are 1-0, and they are tied with Nixa and a couple of other teams that I don't know yet atop the COC standings. What a night. And I'm going to wrap it up so I can get down on the sideline. For Rich Miles, statistician Tim Barnes, for Steve Rackley and Caden Sumter down on the sidelines, Jenny Rackley on the camera up here, and Evan Smith directing the whole thing. Thanks for watching Tiger Football on Republic Tiger Sports.